Okay. And Fitzgerald, salute. What's good with you, King? Looking to have a special guest on today, my peoples. There is a storm out here where I'm at in New York, and trying to get everything situated. That's why I'm starting off late. But salute to my peoples, man. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Can you hear me out there? Let's make it happen. Trying to make it happen today, man. We got Ant Fitzgerald, Damian Foster, Stu Baby Love TV, Underground Asylum, Black Alpha, T Plums 101, Vado Newton, Mike Lawson, Kareem Ebanks, Phil J 508, Brothers UK, Chef Boyardee, Ottawale M, Dago 619, Cali Factor, Tone Bone, Mr. Finesse, Diablo Jackson, salute, Sammy Hassan, Lively Stones, Richard Anton Burrow, my brother Quan 43. Why is this thing frozen? Man Event Mark, salute. Jules Conan, salute. It's freezing up, man. Emmanuel Momo, Chris Brown 45, David Dixon, Little Mamba, 88 Sports Talk, Michael J 616, my brother Main Event Mark, Mark Moore, salute. Frank Segala, salute. Antonio Hicks, Claude Brown, Gutter Regime, salute. Cole Cirque, salute. He said Tyson Fury cheated. What fight and how? I am Ill Will, salute. You pick the fight and I'll show you. Donald Simpson Jr., Chris Brown 45, Robert Singleton, Carl Brown, Devontae Johnson, Ronald Finkley, my brother CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell, DJ Wolf, salute. Kyrie Johnson, salute. Kire, I hope I said that right. Marcus Priest, Daniel Pina, salute. Jose Velez, salute. Curtis Johnson, salute. Kareem Ebanks, salute, man. Who else we got? Ozda D, salute. DB, my brother, salute. Everything Boxing and Sports, salute. Dimitri Cohen, salute. Be that bitch, that bitch, salute. Peace and blessings to you, Queen. Jay Wan, salute. Jules Conan. Young Ski Jones, salute. Antoine Harris, salute. Stephen Lamontes Hawkins, salute. DeAndre Carey, salute. Christopher West, salute. Big Zoe. DB, my brother, salute. Spoon 72, salute. Nathaniel Morales, salute. Mike Biggs Boxing, my brother, what's good? Salute. The Predicate, salute. Seen and Unseen Boxing, salute. Legion of Knicks podcast, salute. His manager's on the, yeah, he is. Yep. Robert Taylor, Chilltown Majors, Lee Ward, salute. Avery Adams, salute. Sammy Hassan, salute. Yep. Jeff the producer, salute. B-Man 910, salute. What's good, King? Wayne Talk, salute. UK Rob Boxer, salute. Ozzy Dollar, salute. Suavo Lamone, salute. Yes, sir. Donald Simpson Jr., salute. Has Spitter, salute. Marco Zenja, salute. Kendrick Holly, salute. Johnny Gotti, salute. Ray Wallace. Dominic Horton, Jay Dixon, salute. Colby Knowles, salute. Easy King, Eddie Wallace, Christopher West, Little Mamba, salute. Yeah, Yusuf Cobb, my brother in the super chat, salute. He says, salute, big brother, salute to you, King. Jeremy Bohannon, salute. Emmanuel Momo, Big Zoe, Dion Folks, Goldmorph Presser, salute. Yeah, so we're gonna cook today, man. I'm trying to have a special guest on. Again, man, I'm back home and we still having issues, man. We back home. Jacob Peters, salute. Shannon Hill, salute. Osar Rising, salute. Claude Brown, salute. We back home and we having issues. Kameen Todd, salute. He didn't have no choice but to cheat. Yep, Pito Frescaball, my brother, salute. Azar Ace, Czar, Anwar, salute. One hitter quitter, salute. Text Diva, salute. Black Star Sports TV, salute. Dark Kent 718, Brooklyn in the building, salute. Charger John, salute. Free Smoke, my brother, salute. D Stacks TV, my brother, salute. J-Rab 1212, salute. Jamil Allen, salute. Blue Hunted, salute. We got 250 people. We should have 250 likes. Somebody keep me posted on what the likes are looking like. Jackson, salute. Because I can't see it in this format. Webby from the Yo, salute. Looking to have a special guest on today. And again, I make it back home, and we in New York, and we got a tropical storm going on. Look at this. Y'all can't see it because of the glare. We got a glare because, you know, but we made it here and got a tropical storm. I don't know, man. Brian Evans, salute. Stephen, where you go? Sad One, salute, King. Stephen Green, salute. Brian Evans, MG42 Pillbox, salute. We made it back home, right? Trying to make it happen. Donald Favors, Muhammad Arif. Oh, we got 119 likes. No. That's not how we do it. We got 270 people here watching. We should have 270 likes. The Real Jew Shalom, salute, King. In the super chat, what it do, big homie, salute. My brother Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian, a.k.a. my brother and my co-host. Kurt, well, we need you back in here, big brother. You understands me? Kurt, we need you back in here. KP Bowling for life, salute. Skinny Hardaway, salute. Kareem Ebanks, 100 proof, salute. Smash that like button, man. Get them likes up, man. We got 200. Now we got not 200. I'm going to say 900. 293 people. We should have 293 likes. So smash the like button. Drewy Hines, Roy Watkins, salute. Tom Joseph, Legion of Nick, salute. Right? So let's talk about this. Benny Perkins, Schoolboy Lex, salute. I'm trying to get a special guest in. Tyrone Holloman, salute. GTD, my brother, salute. Tony Hurd, Big Homie Coop, salute. I'm trying to get special guests on, man. But it's seeming like the link is not going through. So now I'm wondering if it's just my laptop or is it the service? I don't know if it's the laptop or if it's the service now. Kieran Alexis, salute. Janab G, salute. This is not good. It's not a good look. Lonnie DiCarlo, salute. This is not a good look and it's not professional, my peoples. Eugene Young, the predicate, salute. You understands me. And y'all know I keep it 100. Ratul Ooves, UV, salute. GT Gang, salute. J Mitt, salute. Said, bro, people talking about Tyson gloves controversy, but Deontay's team was there. This means it's his team who cheated him. How about is everybody involved, my good brother? How about that? J Nab G. Why you want to lift any responsibility from Tyson Fury? S Dean, salute. Kieran Alexis, salute. No. We can't. We're not gonna do that. Andrew Reed, salute. Guardian One True, salute. Listen, smash the like button. Now we got 330 people. We should have 330 likes. Salute to my brother Christopher Jornet in the super chat. Salute, Big Blue. Salute to you, King. So now we're gonna just take all responsibility from Tyson Fury because Deontay Wilder team allowed this to happen. No. We're not doing that. Ambrose Dotson, my brother, salute. See, that's what we're not gonna do. Adrian Pittman, my brother, what's good? Ari Boyer, salute. MB, salute. Deontay Wilder, former WBC, MB, MB. Why don't you have a profile picture? Bert from Auckland, my brother, salute. Come in, Todd, salute. Ronald Finkley, my brother, salute. Daniel Jackson, meditative, salute. Bogey 718, what's good with you, King? Salute. TR, salute. Kyle Brown, salute. Michael Ray, the second, salute. So see, they come here and they do this, no profile picture. See, this is me. You see me, you looking at me, right? DJ7 for life, salute. Demetrius R, salute. You looking at me, right? But how come Tariq Reed, salute. How come we can't look at you? J8, Moneybag, salute. Moneybag said, come on, bro. Stop talking with this. Take the loss. All right, Moneybag, let's look at this. Don't time out Moneybag. Don't block Moneybag. I want Moneybag to be in here, and I want him to dialogue. See? And Moneybag, let's talk. Winston Lee, salute. Because you said take the loss, right? Yusuf Kawi, my brother. Where you been at, Yusuf Kawi? We got almost 400 people. We should have almost 400 likes. We should have almost 400 likes. We got almost 400 people. We should have that many likes. So what was his name? Moneybags. Moneybags. Come in here. Let's talk about this. Because you said, oh, bro, just take the loss and this, and this, and it's just this, and it's just that. Right, Moneybags? Where you at? Come on in here. Now let's talk. Moneybags. Where'd you go? You still here, right? Dalia Antoinette. Peace and blessings to you, Queen. You still here, right? Moneybags? So the glove, Moneybags, let me ask you a question. Where'd he go? Oh, said they got him already? Oh, Terry Smooth Jr., salute to you, King. All right, we got 400 people. Let's get 400 likes. So they tell us that, see, again, see, this is always the case when we're dealing with situations like this, right? See, they can't just accept. See, they want you to accept it for what it is. No, they want you to accept it for what it's supposed to be and not for what it is. TJ Got Game, my brother in the super chat. Salute, big bro. Salute to you, King. Appreciate you. Patricia Shelton, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing on this great day? Right? So they want you to just take it. Just go ahead. Take the bumps and bruises. Don't complain about it. Don't say anything about it. Don't raise any credible awareness to the situation. No, you just lost. Because that's what they want it to be. They want it to be he just lost. That's what they want it to be. Oh, he just lost. But see, you give them other examples, right? And then they have nothing to come back with. But he just lost. Crown King, salute. Right? So did Miguel Cotto just lose the first fight? I'm just want to know. And if that's the case, then why are you... Let me ask y'all a question. Right? If that's the case, y'all wouldn't mind then if Deontay Wilder used the same exact gloves and had some added incentives of his own. Drewy Hines, salute. Drewy Hines said, I'm an old cat, Blue. I don't know how to set up the profile pic. Okay. Narada Cole, salute. It happens. I'm with you on that. Actually, I got my nephew right here working on stuff right now, how to fix everything that I got going on because it's just not working right now. Eric St. Louis, my brother, salute. Telvin Jones, salute. So you ain't the only one. We outdated sometimes, my good brother. That's what happens. Mellum Group, salute. Nicole Singh, salute. So let me ask y'all a question. Yeah, shout out to Cassie. Let me ask y'all a question. Richie Ray 04, salute. Gavin Mata, salute. Let me ask y'all a question. Listen, we got 500 people. We should have 500 likes. I don't know how many likes we got, but we should be teetering on 500. Trey T, salute. Jesus Jr. Rivera, salute. Tired of the double standard. They're displaying respect, Blue. Yeah, exactly. So let me ask y'all a question. Miguel Cotto should have never said nothing. Salute to my brother John Boy Sr. in the super chat. Salute to you, King. Appreciate you. Let me ask y'all a question. Gold, salute. Should Miguel Cotto just lost the first fight? 89 TV, salute. David Bohan, salute. He said 313. Yeah, we need to get them likes up. We got 500 people. We should have 500 likes. So, but let me ask y'all a question, right? Bigger J, salute. Did Miguel Cotto just lose the first fight? Underground Asylum, my brother, salute. Donald Simpson Jr., salute. Angbaya Delia, salute. Did Miguel Cotto just lose the first fight? Who believes that? School of Skills, salute. Or let me ask you a question. See, time to ante up, salute. Stunning good dog, salute. So let me ask you another question. If that's the case, if you're a Joshua fan, free speech, salute. Why does anybody care what happened with Big Baby Miller? Shouldn't they be just to reinstate him? Damian Foster, salute. Nino Fox, salute. He says, Little Mama, salute. Stop timing people out, man. Don't time people out. Don't block them. Don't block them. Don't time them out. Bro, Deontay said accept his loss, but people who are speculating these things are showing him negative. And maybe he'll win the trilogy match and bounce. So they letting Deontay down. I don't understand what you're saying, King. You got to say that again. Salute to my brother C Money, 815, that super chat, as always, showing your boy Blue love. Salute my brother Blue. Wilder fighting Fury. Fury with them same gloves, Wilder would catch it. Exactly, King. But I just want to know, C Money, is everybody on board and okay with Wilder wearing those gloves and using the same tactics Jarrell Big Baby Miller did? Because you're saying don't worry about it, overlook it, and just let it go, just accept it. So it doesn't matter to you what happened in the fight. True African Black Wall Street, salute. Salute, King. Kobe Noah, salute. So Tim Hagu, salute. So if Deontay Wilder did what Big Baby did and wear the same gloves Tyson Fury wear with his natural punching power, everybody's okay with that, right? Lewis Hinton, my brother, a pillar of this here, Blue Blood Sports TV. Salute, Lou Hinton. In that super chat, showing your boy love. Brutal, salute. Wilder never should have visited the white. Hey, Eric Poco, salute. Aiken, salute. SRT 8, Charger, salute. I was just Yisrael Bryce, salute. So let me ask y'all a question. Everybody on board and okay if Deontay Wilder did the same thing Jarrell Big Baby Miller did and used the same gloves Tyson Fury used. And Tyson Fury used his gloves and nothing else. My brother C Money, 815, that super chat. Once again, I would love to see that. Yes, sir. Because they telling us, they telling y'all, no, just don't worry about it. He just lost. Just take it and go with it. That's what they telling y'all. That's what they telling him. H-Town 713, my brother, salute. So everybody okay with that, right? No, they're not okay with that. Because guess what? As soon as he win, guess what they're going to have? Or everything they telling you not to have. Don't have no excuses. Merc Son, salute. Boston Technique Video, salute. Salute to the UK. Right? They're going to have all these excuses. Remember the first fight? All they had was excuses for Tyson Fury as to how he came off of so long of a layoff and he wasn't himself and he wasn't in shape. Ain't that what they did? My brother Ronald Finkley, salute in the super chat. Said Blue Blood Sports TV all day. Salute to my brother Ron Finkley, man. Tay Brown, peace and blessings to you, Queen. How you doing? Right? So that's all they had was excuses. Now we got 550 people. How many likes we got, my peoples? So everybody should be okay and on board if Deontay Wilder did the same thing as Tyson Fury, right? Right? PZ Parlays. Hold on, I said that right, PZ. Am I saying it right? Parlay? Salute in the super chat. Did everything to spot Wilder from beating Ali record. Yep. Yep. Let me ask y'all a question, right? Let me ask y'all a question. Donald Faze, my brother, salute. Will everybody be okay if Deontay Wilder did the same thing Fury did? If he wore the same gloves. And so here we have Tyson Fury's manager, right? in all types of hot water and on the move. He's on his Nori. Carlito Brigante, salute. He's on his Nori, on the run eating. Skinny Hardaway, my brother, salute in the super chat. Showing a little support. Salute to you, King. Terrell McCall, salute. But that's okay. Imagine this, if this be the case with Deontay Wilder. The LJ fighter, my brother in the super chat. He said, Blue, appreciate the grind. You already know. Salute. Appreciate you. That's why I grind. Melon Ryan, salute. Imagine, right? Mark Wonderland, my brother. Mike Lawson, salute. Imagine Deontay Wilder manager was Big Meech. Man, it's pouring, man. You see how hard it's raining out there? Man, it's going down out here in New York, man. My brother Bish B Megastar in the building, salute. C Money 815, salute. In the super chat, Fury wouldn't fight Wilder with them same gloves. Facts. Arthur Ray Bay, salute in the super chat. Says salute to you. Appreciate you, showing love. Why not? Chef Curry, salute. My brother Junior the Truth in the building. What's good with you, Junior? Go subscribe to my brother Junior the Truth in the building. And my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports, is in the building as well. Did I shout him out? Salute to my brother Keon, man. Go subscribe to his channel. Everything Boxing and Sports. My brother Keon. TSM, salute. Slick Sophistication, salute. So came to win, salute. So let me ask you a question. Imagine Deontay Wilder's manager was this guy. The same guy. Imagine as much flack or slack or whatever you call it Deontay Wilder would get. Man down 43-20, salute. Michael Atkins, salute. Imagine if Deontay Wilder's glove looked the same way. Somebody show me a picture of all the knockouts that he has. R. Miller, 97, salute. R. Miller, 97, I don't dismiss anybody. That's up to him. I don't put nothing past nobody. I'll tell you that. I don't put nothing past nobody. Beat round, salute. But all the knockouts Deontay Wilder got in his career, has anybody ever seen his glove look like Tyson Fury's? Has anybody ever seen Floyd Mayweather's glove look like Tyson Fury's? And then I seen some people putting this up, right? A picture of Muhammad Ali with the flappy glove back in the days. Well, do you see the quality of gloves that they was wearing in those days? My brother, Mr. Finesse in the super chat. Appreciate you. My brother Blue, salute, King. Anthony McDowell, salute. Has anybody seen the quality of gloves that Muhammad Ali and these guys were fighting back in the 60s? 50s, 60s. Do you see the quality of gloves that are leather, of rawhide that they were provided? J8, salute. And so the rules were different back then. So let's just talk about this Muhammad Ali glove stuff. Because I see a lot of people using Muhammad Ali flappy glove as a comparison, talking about, you never seen somebody use this type of glove before? Well, guess what? The rules were different back then. Yeah, I saw him use his glove flappy, but I also saw him fight 15 rounds. Do they fight 15 rounds today? Do they fight 15 rounds today? So because you saw Muhammad Ali do it back then, makes it okay today? They also used a lot of different tactics that are not legal today. They also did that. Is that okay? Spike 1945, salute. Mini Brent, salute. Peace and blessings to the queen, Dahlia Antoinette, coming through showing that love as she do every single day in that super chat. Blue Bus Sports TV to the world. Big up your damn self. Salute to you, queen. Appreciate you. I missed another super chat. My brother, Mr. Finesse, in the super chat. Salute. So, JC, salute. Thomas Moreland, salute. Dwayne Jefferson, salute. So let me ask you a question. There was a lot of rules. We got 615 people. Let's get 615 likes, my people. One honor, salute. So there was a lot of people, Nitty G, salute. There was a lot of people and a lot of rules and a lot of tactics being used back in those days. But if they used those tactics on one of these fighters, today's time, these fighters will be complaining that it's not legal. So if this was the case and Muhammad Ali tampered with his glove, Barber told one-on-one, salute. If this was the case, then I'm going to say Muhammad Ali tampered with his glove. I'm not going to justify it because I saw Muhammad Ali do it. Terrell C, salute. Young Hall, salute. J Miss, salute. Tony TV, salute. So because I saw Muhammad Ali do it, makes it okay today's time. Flying Glacier, salute. Flying Glaciers, salute. That's good. Listen, he said, Blue Blood, you are one sad, pathetic man, Blue Blood, but you watching me every day. Hardcore Boxing News, my brother in the super chat. Salute, he said respect. Salute, King. American Patriot 1776, salute. So because I saw Muhammad Ali glove flapping in one of his fights, makes it okay. It justifies it. No, that means he cheated in the fight. That means he cheated in the fight. Muggsy 23, salute. Darius White, salute. One Honor, salute. Ketty Peace 504, salute. So what you think? I'm not going to say Muhammad Ali cheated in the fight? If that wasn't legal, he cheated in the fight. Johnny Bryan, salute. It's what he did. That's what he did. And then people tell me, well, Blue. Then people say, well, Blue, I saw Miguel Cotto. I saw Canelo Alvarez glove do this. Well, that means Canelo Alvarez cheated in the fight. Rob Money, salute. I don't understand where you're going with this. S.TV, salute. I don't understand. That's like saying in the NFL, today's time, back in the days, they used to use stickum in the NFL for you could catch balls, catch footballs, and stuff like that. It helped you catch. Yusuf Cobb, my brother in the super chat, he said, Blue, the hypocrite Teddy Atlas tried to compare Ali's glove to Tyson Fury's glove to justify Tyson Fury. Plus, Ali's glove back then was made with horsehair and etc. Exactly, my brother Yusuf Cobb in the super chat. Razor Ramon, salute. So here's the thing, right? My brother Yusuf Cobb, like you just said. Bilo, salute. David Maz, salute. So now think about this, right? In the NFL, you used to be able to put stickum on your heads to catch the glove, to catch the football, right? Then he said, well, you can't put stickum on your glove because now guys that can't catch can catch because it's the stickum. It's not you being able to catch. It's not a skill. Don Keith, salute. Gilbert Rodriguez Jr., salute to you, young king. David Torres, my brother, is in the building. What's good with you, bro? That's my bro. Tattooed me the other day. Hooked me up. What's good, bro? So now, Justice Swain, salute. So now, think about this. The streamer, salute. James Hayes, salute. Brian Evans, salute. In the NFL, they realized it's not a skill to catch the football if you have stickum on your hand. I could put stickum on my 5-year-old daughter's hands and throw a football and she'll catch it. Because it's not because she know how to catch the football, it's because of the stickum. So stickum became illegal in the NFL. Now guys wear glove, Nike glove, they have that, the surface is sticky, kind of sticky. You could wet it, it gets more sticky. They even had Newmans. Those used to be my favorite. Adidas glove, all types of gloves nowadays, right? Right? EC Worldwide 1, salute. Right? So, Charles Ewo, salute. The Palm Bay, salute. So now, let's think about this. Frederick Pinchi, salute. Benici, C. Cut, salute. So now let's think about this, right? Power to the people, my brother, salute. Roof Hart, salute. So now, Curly Head 7, salute. So now let's think about this. So now they said it's not legal because it's not a skill. Sugarland 77-478, salute. My brother, David Scott III in the super chat. Salute. He said, Blue, the more sense you make, these trolls get. Exactly, King. So now, Justin John, salute. So now, the NFL, they say not legal. Right? It's not legal. If not legal, it's not legal. Period. Carl M, salute. Right? It's not legal. Perry Lockett, salute. You had to take it back to the Newmans, bitch. So now, it's not legal. Right? So now imagine you see a guy, a receiver today. Let's imagine Odell Beckham. You realize, hold on. Odell Beckham is making all these exotic catches and all these hard and just behind the back, all of these wild catches he's making. Jay Lee, my brother in the super chat, welcome home, Blue. Keep grinding. We're getting closer to December 19th every passing minute. That's a fact. Salute to you, King, in the super chat. Maurice Troutman, salute. So imagine you see Odell Beckham today. You see all these catches he made. Then you realize, wait a minute. Odell Beckham has some sort of stickum on the surface of his gloves. Are you just going to say, well, those catches he made against the Cowboys and all those catches he made, it still count because he made them. Just get over it. Justice Swain, Justice Swain, salute to you, King. I just used Odell is because today, who makes better catches, more dramatic catches than Odell Beckham? J1 Pro, salute. Tommy Lassiter, salute. Right, so that's why I use Odell Beckham, right? So imagine we find out that Odell Beckham has stickum on his hands. That doesn't take away from everything he done. Dennis Schmidt, my brother, what's good with you, Dennis? Power to the people, my brother, salute. So that that doesn't mean nothing. And I want to say this, John Boy Senior, salute to you, King. Appreciate you. RGJ3 Boxing, my brother, salute in the super chat. Blue, once again, I see you on point. If we go back to Wilder's 98% knockouts and look at his glove, the results on that don't change. They don't change, King. Salute. So I'm gonna ask you this question. MXE MMMX3, salute. I know that's Roman numerals for what number? Because y'all know I'm not that bright. I know that's Roman numerals for what number is it though? Marvin Banks, salute. Because I know it's Roman numerals, but I just don't know what numbers it is. And y'all know I don't have step. So somebody please tell me what Roman numerals are that. What number is that? That the King has. Paragon of Principles, salute. So now think about this, right? You have Tyson Fury's manager is on the Nori. Y'all know what Nori is. Manuel Noriega. Y'all know what it is, right? Mo 2013, salute. Okay, got you, King. See, I knew it was something. I just couldn't articulate. You understands me? You understands me, King? Okay, Mo 2013, salute. But y'all know I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. Chad Whitehead, salute. How long you been live? I've been live for about 30 minutes, King. Yeah, he on the Nori. He got his Nori going on. Spoon 72, Chucky 7456, salute. You understand what I'm saying? Leslie Jackson, salute. Right? You found Manuel Noriega? Where? In the Philippines? In Atlanta? Marcus Lux, salute. Y'all remember that song? Right? N-O-R-E. Right? So y'all know what it is, right? So now imagine all of these things. I don't understand how he continues to get the benefit of the doubt. Let me see if I'm still trying to get my special guest on here. You understand? Because I want to bring that to y'all. It's important that I bring y'all this information, man. I got my nephew working hard over here, right? Salute to my brother in the super chat. I had to throw you a super chat for figuring it out. Salute, King. Yeah, Mo. You understand what I'm saying? Eventually I was going to catch on. You understand? M8, salute. Ethan Fresh 73, salute. Sports TV, Carl Diaz, salute. Right? Mr. Know-It-All Rant, salute. Right? Eventually, he says the Steve Cunningham brother. No, not Steve Cunningham. We had Steve Cunningham. Salute to Steve Cunningham. We had him on, though. Kyle Brown, salute. Salute to my brother Jughead 77 in the super chat. He said, keep on that cheating neck, Blue. Ali did not cheat. In Ali's time, the gloves were filled with horsehair. Love and respect to you, Blue Blood, and my FBA family. Salute. You already know. Can't salute to you. Can't support in the grind. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So if Muhammad Ali rules were different, why are we talking about Muhammad Ali? That's like saying we comparing Jerry Rice to guys. What's the wide? Somebody give me a wide receiver back in the days when they sticking was legal. You understand? Tex Rock, salute. Robbie Rotten Tattoos and Art, salute. Imagine us comparing the two. There's no comparison. You can't compare the two. Because at this point in time, one point in time, this was legal and today it's not. Simple and plain. So don't tell me, well, Muhammad Ali did it. Well, Muhammad Ali rules was different. They also fought 15 rounds. So let me ask you a question. Michael Irvin was in Jerry Rice era. Chris Carter was in Jerry Rice era. Lynn Swann, I don't know about Lynn Swann. It might have been legal in Lynn Swann era. I think Lynn Swann might have been teetering on that. It might have just been going out at that time when Lynn Swann. I'm not sure. I know what was the corner? The corner. What's the corner from the Raiders? Andre Rison. No, he's what's the corner from the Raiders? My brother Bishby Megastar. The corner from the Raiders, the Hall of Fame corner. What's his name? Lockdown corner from the Raiders, man. See, my mind is on boxing. I know this stuff, but my mind is just on boxing right now. The corner from the Raiders, I can't remember his name. But there's a picture of him with so much stick. Lester Hayes. Thank you, King Bounce. Man, you see how much stick him, Lester. Let me show y'all a picture of Lester Hayes. Let me show you this picture. Let me show y'all this picture. Man, look how much stickum Lester Hayes had on his hands. Dude couldn't even hold a cup of Gatorade. That's where they get from that movie, The Replacements. Remember the wide receiver couldn't catch, so they just put some stickum on his hands, and that way it helped him catch. That don't mean you could catch. That don't mean you can catch. Man, look at Lester Hayes' hands, man. Look how much stickum he had on his hands. Man, look at that, man. Would you look at that? Now, imagine today's time. You can't. How could you drop the ball? That's not a skill. How could you drop the ball? How could you drop the ball with that much stickum on his hand? He could barely hold the Gatorade cup in his hand. So now that's no longer legal because it's not a skill. Grant Hovey, salute. Oh man, Dahlia Antoinette. Where you in Brooklyn? Oh man. See, this what I'm talking about. Knock on wood. She said she lost all her power. Buddy Lee seeing salute. Yeah, we got this tropical storm going on. My brother Mark Wonderlick in the super chat. I'm glad I found the LDBC for the real boxing talk and the truth. Salute to you, my brother Mark Wonderlick. Kobe knows, salute. So let me ask you a question, right? Oh, you're okay. Well, it's not too far anyway. My brother Kurt Anderson out there, S.TV, salute. Sean Bailey, Brothers UK, salute. So now let's just talk about this. Imagine if this was the case, if the roles were reversed. Ishmael Malone, salute. If the roles were reversed, imagine how Deontay Wilder would be perceived. Look how he's perceived right now. Imagine if Deontay Wilder had what's his name? Frank Lucas or Nicky Barnes, and he's saluting them, thanking them. Enrique Hawkins, salute. Dolly Antoinette, okay, be safe out there. Ishmael Malone, salute. Yeah. So imagine that. and he's thanking him for getting them fights and things of that nature. Then imagine if you see these gloves doing this, and then people are trying to justify it. So essentially, they're telling you they see the wrongdoing. Keith Graham, salute. Essentially, they're telling you, right? Yeah, Seminole, exactly. So imagine, so what essentially they're telling you, they see that Tyson Fury did something wrong, but they're going to overlook it because Muhammad Ali did this in the 60s. Huh? Ohio runs boxing, my brother in the super chat, salute. What? I don't understand this. We're going to overlook it because Muhammad Ali did the same thing in the 60s. King Israel, salute. So essentially, you're telling me that in the year 2020, you have a tough time finding somebody that used this method. So you had to go back 60 years to find somebody that did the same, used the same methods. The real Jew Shalom, salute. Marvin S, salute. And 60 years ago they did this. Well, now think about that. 60 years ago. D Brown, my brother, in the super chat, bring up Ali only is a mini Fury's team, and they mad you and the LDBC on their neck. Much love. Stay on in. Exactly, King. Appreciate you 1000%. So that's what I'm saying, right? So imagine they're telling you that they see it, and they're admitting that they see wrongdoing because they know it's not legal today. But they're going to tell you it's good to bring up Muhammad Ali because the way Muhammad Ali is perceived today's time, nobody wants to go against and say anything negative about Muhammad Ali. So if you bring up Muhammad Ali, it's like, oh, well, yeah, if Muhammad Ali did it, it's okay. No, not here on Blue Blood Sports TV channel. If it wasn't legal and Muhammad Ali did it, guess what? He was wrong. The jug had 77. Salute in the super chat once again. He said, showing more respect to my to my FBA brother, Blue Blood, and my FBA family of the old time. America needs to your check. Love from the UK, your Nigerian brother. Salute to you, King. Appreciate you showing love. FKF Global X. Salute. Yeah, because they don't want to admit truth. Buddy Max, salute. So now they have to go back 60 years. Take over germs, salute. To see this method. Cole Younger, salute. Destin Taylor, salute. But it's still they're gonna try to tell you it's okay because he did it. That's why they brought up Muhammad Ali. Are you understanding? King Vonnie 86, salute. They're using Muhammad Ali. It's because everybody gives Muhammad Ali a pass. He's beloved today. If this was in his time, in his era, and people pointed this out, it would be a different story. It would be perceived different. Lowland Prophet, salute. D Sham, salute. That is a fact. Sheena, salute. Bumpy Thompson, salute. That is a fact. It will be perceived much different if this was not a legal tactic and this was in Muhammad Ali's the middle of his prime, where he wasn't beloved the way he is today's time. You understand what I'm telling y'all? We got 700 people, 715 people. We should have 715 likes. I don't know how many likes we got, but we should have 715 likes. At the very least, 700. So smash the like button. Tired of being broke, salute. Sheem G, salute. So you see, that's the difference between me and everybody else. They thought they was going to use that as a tactic to deter, but that doesn't work with me because I'm going to call a spade every single time. RGJ3 Boxing, my brother in the super chat. Blue, you are the only one that is keeping this story alive. This has the power of Cap taking a knee. This is so important for Wilder and future champions. Exactly, King. My brother BFTB Boxing in the building. Salute, King. Go subscribe to my brother BFTB Boxing. PMD 18, salute. I'm going to always keep it 100 with y'all. Big C Max, salute. Big Dose 513, salute. Cragen Brooks, salute. You understand? School of Skills, why not? Salute. I'm always going to do that. George Johnson, salute. So I'm always going to tell you, see, you use the Muhammad Ali factor. That doesn't work with me. I'm not just going to say, oh, yeah, well, Muhammad Ali did. No, if it wasn't legal in his time, right, then he shouldn't have did it. It's just like, okay, so they say, oh, he used a flappy glove. Well, guess what? There were other tactics being used back there, back then at that time as well. Calvin Mitchell, salute. Pito Frescobar, salute. Reg Loke, salute. Reg Lock, salute. Denzel White, salute. Kenyatta Ali, salute. Andre Norris, salute. Quan 4-3, my brother, salute. So, what you thought that was going to get me off track or something? No. CD Bone, salute. Wallace Johnson, salute. So these tactics they was using back then, 60 years ago, the rules changed to protect the fighters today. That's why you don't have 15 rounds. That's why all these rules changed to protect the fighters. So don't tell me about yesteryear when the rules wasn't in place to protect the fighters like it is today. Skant Rand, salute. And some of these fighters that make it mention of these gloves benefit from these rule changes. Almighty Lord, salute. You understand? My brother Bogey 78 says saw Muhammad Ali live in 76. I think he said I think there was two TVs in our village, and one of them is in my gym's house. The house was packed. I was 6 years old, and I was bent on becoming a boxer. LOL, amazing. Facts. Ahmad is Ahmad, my brother, salute. So they think, Art North, salute. Unstoppable Force 101, salute. So they think that they bring these things up, and it's a way to get me off my square. No, I'm not budging off my square. Sorry, people. Right is right and wrong is wrong. In my grandmother's house, okay. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Those tactics is not legal today. So don't tell me about Muhammad Ali. Why are you bringing that up? He also, like I said, he fought 15 rounds. They fight 12 rounds, 10 rounds, 6 rounds, 4 rounds today's time. They fought more often back then as well. We're going to talk about the rules. Let's talk about all the rules because you benefit from the rule changes. These guys were fighting sometimes 2 and 3 times a month. Rob Money said the referee in some of Ali's fight told him to stop using the backhand. Exactly. So, and because you benefit from it, Donald now the 65-year-old G Grant in the building, he said the gloves in Ali's day were made of different material and wet with the sweat. The modern gloves are made different. Exactly. And it's made to protect today's fighter. So why are we talking about yesteryear? Supreme Beast Boxer Talk. Salute. Man, these guys were fighting so many times. You benefit from the rule changes. Also, if you want to go by their rules, then you got to go by their money as well. And are you willing to come up off that money? Because they wasn't making the money you make in today's time either. So they fought more often. Today's time, listen, boxers don't want to fight today's time more often to make up make up ground with the money that they don't make. See, they was fighting more often to make more money. Now you're fighting twice a year, and if you get 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, you told me it's not enough. Total different era. My brother, Legendary Top Cats, in the building. Go subscribe to my brother, Legendary Top Cats. He resides in Texas, but he Harlem through and through. It's my bro right there. Salute to him. Jupiter B, salute. Go subscribe to my brother, Legendary Top Cats, man. Salute to my brother, the Thinker Table in the Super Chat. Peace and blessings, fam. Peace and blessings to you, King. So we're going to talk about this. Let's talk about it all the way or leave it in the past. And let's talk about what's going on today's time. Jeff Hip Hop, salute. Right? So let's keep it here. What's legal is today's time. Don't tell me what they was doing back then to try to justify what's going on today. There was a point in time when steroids was legal. How about that? There was a point in time when that was legal. It's not legal today. So would you get in the ring with a boxer and he tests positive for PEDs and you say, well, it's all right because, you know, they used to do that back in the days? Would you do that? Michael James 616, salute. Would you do that? If you got in the ring and your opponent beat you and then he tests positive for a banned substance, right? Would you be okay with just saying, well, back in the days, it was legal. There was no testing. So, well, in Jack Johnson days, they used to use it. So, hey, he beat me fair and square. Would you say that? Yes, he did, Rasheed Rock. Yes, he did. You understand? You see what I'm saying? No, if what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Let's talk about it, or leave it there. Kobe knows. Salute, my brother in the super chat. Ali fought before most of y'all was born, but he's being brought up now. Get him, Blue. Exactly, King. Kobe knows. So let's talk about it. Imagine a baseball player today. Imagine let me see. What's a baseball the best baseball player today? Let's use I'm going to use, because I'm a Yankee fan, I'm going to use Aaron Judge. Big, strong, strappy, hits home runs, Aaron Judge, right? Imagine Aaron Judge test positive for PEDs. And then Aaron Judge be like, and the team he hits, let's say he hits a grand slam to win the World Series and beats beats a team in the World Series, right? Hits a grand slam. Imagine the other team and people saying, when they be like, wait a minute, Aaron Judge tested positive for PEDs. That's not legal. And imagine other people, imagine other baseball players coming out and saying, well, there was a time when they wasn't even tested. Remember the time when Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa was hitting them home runs? Imagine the time when back in the days when they was hitting home runs and they wasn't even tested? Huh? Huh? I don't understand. How does that equal up? It don't equal up. So they want this is all being brought out for you. So now you have these articles continuously running articles talking about Deontay Wilder got knocked down 10 years ago. Why is that a story? Somebody tell me that. Why is that a story? S550J, salute. Louis Raul Delgado, salute. Jermaine Johnson, salute. Perfected push, salute. David the Real Thomas, salute. I am Will, my brother in the super chat. Tag you in a vid on Instagram calling out WBC. Salute to you, King. I'll see it. Niggas IBE, salute. So why is this a story? If y'all don't understand what's taking place here, right? Mr. Shell, salute. This is all to get you from looking at what it is. See, because like I told y'all, there was a point in time where you didn't have Blue Blood Sports TV. They could run whatever article, and it was very difficult to do your research. Mr. Blue Taylor, salute. You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? Carl M, salute. You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? There was a time when they could run articles and there was nobody to challenge it. That's not the case today's time. Lower self rising, risen, salute. You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? So now they running articles talking about he was knocked down 10 years ago by a guy 385 pounds. No mention in Tyson Fury glove, though. So let me tell y'all this. They came out, they said, the WBC president, Mauricio Suleiman, came out. And how many likes we got, man? We should definitely have over 700 likes. How many likes we got? J8, salute. So they come out, WBC, and said, well, this is what they said. Deontay Wilder is fighting for his career in this next fight against Tyson Fury in the trilogy. Noah GX, salute. That's what he said. He's fighting for his career in his next fight. Smash that like button. My brother Buddy Lee Sr. said 635 likes. No, we got to get them likes up to 700 at the least. Smash the like button. My brother Bogard Styles 1100, salute in the super chat. Stay on the case, Blue. These can't be sweeping this under the rug. Where Wilder was a criminal investigation should be in full effect. Salute to you, King. Sean Golden, salute. Derek, salute. Smash that like button. Get them likes to 700. We got 720 people. We should definitely have 700 likes. And don't tell me what numbers you see. You might see more than the number I'm saying. You might see less. I'm the content creator, so I see a certain number. I know I see 720 people in here. James Dunnigan, salute. So we should have at least that many likes. Expert Genius, salute. Adrian Vett, salute. So now let's think about this. He came out, he said, oh, Deontay Wilder for the trilogy match is fighting for his career. Fighting for his career. Robert Ross, salute. And then I thought about it. BBG, salute. He has one loss and one draw on his resume, right? One loss, one draw on his resume, right? When Canelo Alvarez was fighting Gennady Golovkin in the rematch, did they come out and say Canelo Alvarez was fighting for his career? Taj Muhammad, salute. I want y'all to ask that question. Did they ever say that? Did they ever make mention of that? Right. And Canelo Alvarez had one loss to Floyd Mayweather, which was the best fighter in the world. And Deontay Wilder has one loss on his resume, which is being considered currently right now the best heavyweight in the world with Tyson Fury, right? He has one draw on his resume going into the trilogy match. And Canelo Alvarez had a draw on his resume going into the rematch with Gennady Golovkin. So why didn't they make mention of this? Iman Leopold, salute. Can anybody answer me that question? Because essentially going into his trilogy match with Tyson Fury, he's going to have the same record and resume that Deontay Wilder had going into his that Canelo Alvarez had going into his rematch with Gennady Golovkin. Seen and unseen boxer, salute. Kyle Cargill. So what is your point? Do you think Wilder is actually, don't block him, don't time him out, don't do anything. Think Wilder's actually a good boxer. You can't be doing this just because man is, okay, Kyle Cargill. Let me ask you a question. So you saying Deontay Wilder's not a good boxer? Or are you one of those people going to tell the world he don't have boxing skills, right? My brother Bert from Marketing, salute. In the super chat, yo, Blue, remember when you post interview Suleiman and he said Wilder is the best? He is our champion. We are very proud of him. Remember that one? Yeah, I remember that, Bert from Marketing, for sure. Because he was still holding the title. Right? See, don't hold me down when times is good. I need you to hold me down when times are hard. Pound for pound, my brother, salute. When everything is going good and smooth, I don't need you to be there for me then. I need you to be there for me when I'm falling. To be a safety net. Catch me. Help me back up to the top. That's the difference. Dan PJ said that's a perfect analogy between Canelo and Wilder. One loss, one draw. Wilder still has a lot left in the tank. I mean, we're still waiting for Wilder versus Joshua. Exactly. Dino Boxing Entertainment TV, salute. Exactly, right? And see, you can't say, oh, well, Deontay got stopped. Well, guess what? Floyd beat Canelo Alvarez every single round. Every single round. It wasn't even a competitive fight. That's worse than getting knocked out. Big True Berry, salute. Georgia Peace Denise, peace and blessings to you, Queen. That's worse than getting knocked out. OPJ 5E, salute. When you, Calvin Mitch, salute, when you lose every single round to your opponent, that's worse than getting knocked out. That's worse. That just shows we are on two different levels, completely. Period. Cloud Kick 85, salute. That's why if you haven't already watched my video, go watch the video after this stream that I just did about Mikey Garcia and Terrence Crawford. Because with Mikey Garcia and Terrence Crawford, I told y'all, the reason Mikey Garcia does not want to fight Terrence Crawford, Winston Lee, salute. The reason why he's hesitant to fight Terrence Crawford is because there is no built-in excuse. But yet he keeps making mention. I just did a video after the stream. I want y'all to go check it out. Right? There's a built-in excuse for Mikey Garcia against other welterweights because they quote-unquote label him daring to be great. There is no built-in excuse he fight Terrence Crawford. It's going to be like Canelo Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather. You understand what I'm telling you? With Errol Spence, they're going to say, well, Errol was just too big for him. We knew that was going to happen. Right. Oh, he fights Manny Pacquiao. They're going to say, well, he's an 8th division world champion. He's a legend, iconic. It's like losing to Floyd Mayweather. It don't count. Right? Who else is there to be a champion? Because his goal is to be a 5th division world champion. It's Terrence Crawford. How come there's no push to make that fight? But yet he comes out and he says, well, Terrence Crawford need to fight better opposition. Well, why don't you be the better opposition that he fights? That just 1 + 1 = 2, right? If he's needs better opposition, then why don't you be the better opposition? Why don't you offer your services? Well, anyway, so that's what I'm saying. When it comes to Deontay Wilder, right? I don't know, Ron Fingley. I was just talking about this situation with him and Garcia. I really don't even know who's available. Sergey Lipinets, my brother Jupiter B, saluting the super chat. Wilder is a good boxer. Won 7 rounds against Fury in the first fight. Wilder won a bronze medal in the Olympics. Fury failed the trials and didn't make the Olympics. Facts. And he did it on short notice. And he just started. I want to bring y'all this interview, man. So bad, so bad, so bad. My brother Jupiter B in the super chat. Appreciate you. Brother Enoch, salute. Marcus Huggins, salute. I'm trying to bring y'all this interview, man. It's just not, it just won't go through. So anyway, So you think about it, right? So you think about this, right? And you say to yourself, right, why are they quick to ready to do away with Deontay Wilder right now? For what? Why are they quick to do away with him right now? For what? Mo said, bro, just accept the L. He lost. So, Mo, let me ask you a question. Don't block Mo, don't time him out, don't do any of those things. So, Mo, you saw the fight, right, Mo? Now let's dialogue. Or you gonna do a ride by Texan? Brian Meet Key, salute. Are you gonna dialogue, or you want to just say it? Let's talk about it now. Both Bishop One Love, salute. Where'd you go? Now let's talk, Mo. Grant Hovey, salute. He said, my bad, Blue. Oh, you must have got him. You got him? All good. Well, when he not timed out, tell him to come on back in here. Tell him to come on back in here. So let's talk about this, right? And let's think, right? You have to ask yourself, why does he continue to get the benefit of the doubt in this entire situation? It's because when Deontay Wilder started, at one point in time, standing up and speaking out, that's when it started. That's when it started. And because at one point in time, they thought that, the moonlight with the power was eventually going to fade when he stepped up in competition, and that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. And so now, right, you got to remember, Arise 12 Tribes, salute. Daniel Attack Post, salute. Salute to my brother Marcus Cano in that super chat. In my Cash App. Salute to you, King. As always, showing love. My brother Marcus Cano. Salute to you, King. Appreciate you. Ursa Major 2000. Salute. So now let's think about this. PGH Big Dog. Salute. I want y'all to remember something. I'm going to take y'all down memory lane real quick. My brother Jupiter B in the super chat once again is Olympic style testing why Fury didn't make it. I don't even know. Donald Muhammad, salute. So now let's talk about this. So let's talk about this, right? Let's think about this. Tyson Fury, from the moment he fought Vladimir Klitschko, they wanted him to replace Vladimir Klitschko. They wanted him to replace Vladimir Klitschko as the face of the heavyweight division. Walker Smith Jr., salute. They wanted him to replace Vladimir Klitschko as the face of the heavyweight division. And when he beat Vladimir Klitschko, they were happy. Why? Because Vladimir Klitschko wasn't the draw. He had the skills, him and Vitaly, but they weren't the draw that they truly wanted to represent the heavyweight division in the sport of boxing. Because like I tell y'all, as the heavyweight division goes, so goes the sport of boxing. Right? Then it all started to go downhill from there after the Klitschko fight. After the Klitschko fight, it all started to go downhill. Right? And then Wilder came, Zalat Shah said, nope, you're wrong. I'm wrong. Tell me what I'm wrong about. Let's talk about it. Tell me what I'm wrong about. Basil Negron, salute. Tell me what I'm wrong about. And tell these people what I'm wrong about. Travis Touchdown, my brother, salute. What am I wrong about? Tell the people what I'm wrong about. Tell them what I'm wrong about. Nitty G, my brother in the super chat, appreciate you. Yeah, Marcos Canoa, I shouted you out. Salute, King. I appreciate you. I shouted you out as soon as you sent it. Salute to my brother Marcos Canoa in that Cash App. Right? So come tell us what I'm wrong about. It's about the safety of the sport. It's about the safety of these boxers. Conscious Mind 666, salute. Hassan Cook, salute in the super chat. It's clear as day he cheated. For sure. Skant Ranch, my brother, in the super chat. He said also Klitschko wasn't the type of heavyweight that would perpetrate by saying all like Fury. Exactly, Skant Ranch. Actually, see, they came out. Remember, Klitschko came out recently too and spoke up. Remember that. Salute to my brother PGH Big Dog in the super chat. Salute, Blue. My cousin just told me Wilder fired Mark Breland. Please tell me that ain't true. He is not the fire J. Hold on. Why did it move? Smiling with Team Fury. Listen, King, I don't even know PGH Big Dog. Salute to you in the super chat, though. I'm going to bring a special guest on. I'm going to bring another guest on right now for y'all. I'm going to bring another guest on for y'all in 1 second. Let me see if I get another guest on for y'all. So we can talk some boxing. Another heavyweight. Another former world champion. Trying to get him on. All I said was to accept the L, come back stronger. All I said was to accept the L. Bro, listen. Okay. King Bounce said Mike Tyson. No, it ain't Mike Tyson. Asley Harris, salute. I want to talk to this good brother too, man. We're going to bring on another good brother. Hold on, let me send him the link. See if we can get him on. Sending him the link. Trying to get this another former heavyweight world champion. No, it ain't Shannon Briggs either. No, it ain't Roy Jones. Derek Mitchell, salute. Walker Smith Jr., salute. So, right, you know, it's about the safety of the sport of boxing. That's what it is. That's what it's about. That's what it should always be about. We should always err on the side of caution, especially dealing with the sport of boxing and especially the heavyweight division. Walker Smith, you close. Walker Smith Jr., you close. No, not James Stoney. Right? We should always err, Bay Area Bro 925, salute. We should always err on the side of caution. Tony Musku, salute. Yeah, Nitty G. It amazes me, right? Hex 617, salute. Nitty G, it never ceased to amaze me, right? I don't get it. Right, Quan 43. It's always erring on the side of caution, right? Like Floyd Mayweather said, right? It's about getting in the sport and then getting back out. It's about getting in the sport and then getting back out the sport. You understand? That's what it's about. Randy Caldwell Sr., salute. Actually, it's my brother Lamon Brewster. Trying to get the brother Lamon Brewster on here. Knocked out Vladimir Klitschko. Knocked out Andrew Galata. Fought the best in the world. Right? And he's doing something to help boxers outside after they retired. You understand? See, I could get rid of Big Daddy Bo on. The problem is his speech is real his speech is real slurred. So it's hard to understand him. Yeah, C Cut, that's his cousin. Exactly. And he knocked out, he has the fastest knockout in the history of the heavyweight division against Andrew Galata, I believe it was. Kieran Alexis, salute. You understand? So now you got to look at it from this standpoint. Right? It's about the safety of the sport of boxing, isn't it? You see, when Floyd Mayweather said it's not cool to take punishment within the sport, right? It's not cool to take punishment within the sport. That was frowned upon. Everybody looked at it and said, well, the reason that he says that is because he's not a knockout artist and he don't have a lot of power and he just wants to, you know, dance around the ring. This is what they say. This is what they say. You understand? But it's about getting out healthy, like I told y'all, right? I talked to Leon Spinks at Floyd Mayweather gym, and he's like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "My name is Blue." Okay. Mind you, he had tons of fans filling in the Mayweather gym, trying to take pictures with him, you know, things of that nature. This Leon Spinks, right? And then he would turn it. He asked me a couple of times, Hey, what's all these people here for? Do you know how heart-wrenching that is? Hey, what's all these people here for? And people were saying, hey, you remember you fought Muhammad Ali? And he's like, I did, right? I did, didn't I? I did. So you see a man with a dent in the side of his head, and that's okay. As long as the guy that you don't favor, salute to my brother, I Am Ill Will. Go subscribe to my brother, I Am Ill Will. He needs 23 subs to hit 300. Can we get 23 people to go subscribe to my brother, I Am Ill Will? Underrated Darkness, salute. Let's get him up to 300. Smash that like button, man. How many likes we got? We should have at least how many likes we got? We should have at least 750 likes, man. I sent them the link, the brother Lamon Brewster. He said he coming on right now. Make sure everything is on the up and up. So we got the champ on and talk to him about some boxing. Let's get them likes up. Okay, let's get the likes to 800. Get them up to 800, man. And let's talk to the champ. He fought Andrew Galata, beat him. He knocked out Vladimir Klitschko, right? World champion. Let's talk to the champ, man. He's trying to log on right now. Trying to get him on. Albert Doherty, salute. No doubt. Donovan Morgan, salute. I'm trying to bring y'all a lot of exclusives. And he have I believe he started a program, Nate Woolbright, salute, for boxers after they finish with the sport and things of that nature. So I want to hear what he got going on as well, and the safety in the sport of boxing. You understand? So let's see, and he beat Nate Jones too. Had the body shield man for Floyd Mayweather. Hoodie Smoke said blue is Mark Breland going. Hey, everybody keeps asking me that, man, but I don't know. Let me. I keep meaning to find out, but I don't even know, man. Appreciate your word, Bond. Yeah, go to subscribe to my brother, I Am Ill Will. Let's get him up over 300. There you go. What's going on with you, champ?
What's up with you, baby? How you doing?
I'm just a squirrel in your world. I'm trying to be like you, champ.
Well, look here. It's a squirrel season. They hunting.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So we got the former heavyweight world champion, Lamon Brewster, man. I want you to just talk about the things that you got going on before we even get into the sport of boxing. Right. Obviously you was the world champ. You fought the best of the best in your era, but I want to talk about what you got going on. My thing is, I got a big thing right now with the safety of the sport of boxing. And right. Patrick Day, young man that lost his life in the ring last year, a real close friend of mine, and the safety of the sport of boxing is important to me. I'm close friend. I know Deontay Wilder really good, and all of this stuff coming out with the gloves with Tyson Fury and so on and so forth. So, but just tell the people what you have going on today's time, and what you think about the safety of the sport.
Well, okay. So what I got going on, man, is a program that I've created where I'm actually going to be able to use retired. I'm using retired champions because, as you know, retired champions do not receive a pension, a regulated federal pension. So I've created a way to be able to give world champions in the regions of the entire world, for that matter, a way to earn money if they want to, doing something that I believe that it should have been done, which is being mentors to our communities and getting paid for it, teaching life through boxing. So um, that's what I've really been working hard on. My business plan I just finished, and I'm just really just the last few details I'm just putting together and everything, man. And I'm going to bring this out because at the end of the day, we don't have enough fathers out here being fathers, and we don't have enough mothers being mothers. And we're at a point in time in life right now where we need each other. We don't need to depend on the system that was built for us, but to depend on each other like our ancestors did. And it's not even about color. It's just about common sense. It's about loving each other and doing what God told us to do. Love thy neighbor, and so what I'm doing is something that is like I say, it's like a twofold. It's on one hand, I'm able to give these retired champions, uh, I'm able to give them a sustainable life after boxing in the field that they got their PhD in. There's no reason why they should have to go and start working construction after they've been fighting around, on HBO and all these major networks and whatnot. But at the same time, the other hand of it, who better to talk to somebody about trying to make it in life than somebody who comes from the same ghettos, the same cities, the same streets that you came from. So I've been fortunate enough that the Most High has given me this ability to put it together, and that's what I'm going to be presenting to the world here pretty soon.
Now, where can people find this? What you got going on and things of that nature?
Well, just to add to say this to you, man, it's going to be coming on my website, which is www.brewsters.place. So Brewsters.place, or I think they even got brewstersplace.com, but I'm not really sure about the .com because I'm still stuck on the Brewsters.place. So but like I said, it's going to be offering a variety of things, man, and I'm very excited about this because we're going to be able to help a lot of people. Because one thing that people do not realize is the mental health issues that we suffer from, as just human beings. A lot of human beings, especially the African American community, if you want to say that, suffer from a lot of mental health issues that's not addressed, and they wonder why we are the way we are because of just history. So the point is, I've come up with something that I believe that everybody can benefit from, because at the end of the day, it's all about trying to help live our best life, if you will, man, but live it in a positive manner, respecting each other, loving each other, and having each other's back. That's the way the world is supposed to revolve.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see, and that's a great thing that you're creating, because I was just telling the people that I saw Leon Spinks at Floyd Mayweather's gym. I believe that was like last summer or something like that, maybe a little bit longer. And just he repeats himself, and
Yeah.
he a lot of people were coming up asking him to take pictures and stuff, and
Right.
he was like, "Why you want to take pictures with me?" And they like, "Remember you fought Ali?" And he's like, I did, didn't I? And to me, that was heart wrenching to me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For him to not even remember that he has such great accomplishments in his life. Right. Why people are acknowledging him at the moment was just heart wrenching to me.
Sure.
And so the safety of the sport is very important. And you being the world champion, you being behind the scenes, how is it behind the scenes just prepping for a fight, getting ready for a fight, making sure everything is on the up and up for your safety, for you to come out on top?
To answer that question, man, it basically it feels no different than anybody else. You know, the fear factor is there, the emotions, the nerves. But you know, the difference between the coward and the hero is what the hero does versus what the coward does. And in order to be successful in anything in life, you have to prepare. It ain't just you wake up and oh, okay, I'm gonna no. It takes preparation. And so for me, and I'm only speaking for myself and everything that I did getting ready for fights, going into that locker room, arriving at the arena, everything I did, it took a degree of courage, a degree of nerve, and repetition makes habit. The more you do something, the easier it becomes. So, being that I had the experience as an amateur fighter going around the world, I was on the U.S. Olympic team from the end of 90, the end of 93 to 96, and I got a lot of experience like traveling around the world, uh, going into these locker rooms, having to go out and you don't know who you fight. You just know the country. Oh, he's from Russia. He's from Germany. He's from Africa. So you know that gave me that experience, man. So the way I prepared myself, getting ready for all of my big fights, was just using everything I had learned from the past to help me to calm down myself, help me to not overthink the situation, and then to face the fear because fear can be good or it can be bad depending on how you use it. You can have the type of fear when the bell rings you freeze up, or you can have the type of fear that when the bell rings you're so afraid of getting hit you move your head as, as fast as you possibly can. So I've
Right.
always tried to use fear in a positive sense, to make me better, to make me more alert, to not let me go to sleep, to not let me be lazy, So that's the way I use fear. I tell people, ain't people say I'm not scared. Well, you should be. You know what I mean? If you open your eyes, you should be afraid. You should be afraid that if you don't prepare yourself for that day, you're gonna have a bad day. So
Mhm.
everything is about preparation at the end of the day.
Now, being in such mega fights, how was it? How was it walking out that tunnel? How was it, in preparation? What is the negotiations like? How's all of
Well, man, the negotiations is something that you're supposed to be able to leave up to your team. Trusted people who got your best interests. So I was very fortunate to be able to have people that I could depend on. To an extent. At the end of the day, good and bad, it comes down to you saying yay and nay. Nobody can say yeah and nay for you, but at least they can hash out the deal and make it make sense before it's presented to you. Because at the end of the day, any promoter, no matter what, he's always going to try to make the most amount of money that he can. So he's always going to try to lowball, and in some senses, the fighter, so that he can make money. But at the end of the day, if you got the right people behind you, they'll stick up for you and they'll bring it to you when they feel it's presentable, so that you're not wasting unnecessary time dealing with things that people got degrees in. So that I can say, man. As far as when we're talking about getting ready for a fight, when we're talking about the mental aspect, the physical aspect, I left that up to my trainers. The okay, so mental, spiritual, I mean, so you know what, man, it's crazy because to get into to get yourself ready for a mega fight, you really got to be in tune on all three levels, man, spiritually, mentally, and physically. And
right?
some people struggle more physically, some people struggle more mental, some people struggle more spiritual,
Mhm.
spiritual, psychological, spiritual, mental, and physical. So we all try to take those three things and strengthen ourselves. And because when you go in the ring, you're looking for the one weakness in your fighter. It may be uh, his conditioning. It may be his mental fortitude. It may be his spiritual paralysis, if you will. So at the end of the day, as a fighter, my job is not to just go in there and start throwing punches, but to try to be as calculated going into every fight as possible. At least I speak for myself. I don't speak for no other fighter, but that's how I prepared myself, man. The physical part was always the easy part for me. It was just the spiritual and the psychological that for me, because I didn't never think of myself as just, oh, let me just go in there and hit him, he'll fall down. No, how do you chop a tree down? I don't care how sharp your axe is. It takes some level of understanding, some level of understanding. Oh, is this tree dead? Is this tree how thick it is? Is it has it rained? Yeah, I mean, so I pay attention to details, man. And when I look at a fighter, it's just like anything else. I'm trying to do my due diligence all through camp, all before I even sign the paper, to try to make sure that I'm getting the maximum amount of money, and I can put on the best performance given the time that I have to train for that fight. So it depends, man. The opponent depends. I mean, it depends on the opponent that you fight.
Right. Now we saw just recently last week Deontay Wilder came out, and we see some he showed me some pictures of, well, I found the picture that he had a dent in the side of his head, and the doctor told him that a couple of more hits to that area, it could have been fatal. And we see the gloves with Tyson Fury look like it have little to no pattern in the knuckle area. Did you see those pictures?
I didn't, man. I didn't see that. Could you tell me about the dent? I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, so the left side of his I'll show you. I'll put the picture up. But the left side of his skull has a dent in it where he suffered a busted eardrum and
Yeah.
And some knots on the back of his neck, knots on on the top of his head, and a dent in the left side of his face, and in the left side of his skull. And
Right.
he was saying that his brother came out and he personally told me that the doctor feel like it came from a blunt object, not just
Really?
a padded glove. And
Right.
we see the pictures of Tyson Fury's right glove having little to no padding in the knuckle area, like the MX version of Everlast gloves that have the horsehair. So I'm gonna show you this picture.
Okay.
Deontay Wilder with this dent on the side of his head, which looks it looks bad. It looks really, really bad. So let me show you this picture. I'm gonna pull the picture up, pull it up to the screen. Let me get to the picture. Give me 1 second. Oh, here it goes. So I don't know if you can see it too clear, but you see the dent right there?
Oh, wow. Wow.
And you
Hey,
see
man.
the swelling in there. You see the swelling there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we see Tyson Fury's gloves on this that a guy, and the guy confirmed that his pictures are legit, and he said he stand by his product. But you can see in this picture Tyson Fury's right glove. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, no, I can see it, definitely.
Yeah.
Wow, man. I'm at a loss of words, man. I'm at a loss of words because the thing that I knew for a fact, I know from being a fighter, when I saw the blood coming from his eardrum, I said to myself, man, there's no way he's going to be able to win this fight from this point on, because of the fact that when you have a busted eardrum, you can't even stand up. And I noticed when he did get after that, he fought mostly laying against the ropes to be able to hold his balance, man. And so therefore, if he's holding his balance, that means his weight is shifted back onto his back leg. So he could never throw that right hand with the tenacity, if you will, that he normally could throw it, because he can't use both his feet to be able to sit down into that punch and throw the punch from the hip. So I knew that fight wasn't going to go good. Not to say he couldn't have won. I didn't know. Well, actually, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think he was going to win after that, because with his eardrum being busted, I mean, every fight that I've ever seen in my whole life, including myself having busted eardrums, I've never really seen a man win in and I didn't know that his gloves, I mean, during the fight, after he got up, I didn't know his gloves and everything was like that, man. I just knew his eardrum was busted really, really bad to see that kind of blood. And I just had flashbacks of what it felt like for me having busted eardrums in a boxing gym, let alone it be a fight. So, I thank God that the brother was able to make it out of that fight, man, because that was a brutal fight, and he showed the heart of a champion. And I hope that he can just take lessons from whatever he felt like he learned from in that last fight and apply it to the next fight. Because I promise you, he'll be better, man. I mean, I tell people, you don't fail until you stop trying. There's no such thing as, oh, uh, he what is it? He's not gotten any better, man. Every time you open your eyes, before that day is out, you've learned a little bit of knowledge in some area in your life. So as a fighter, for good or for bad, man, you look at every fighter that came before Deontay Wilder in every single division. I mean, man, all fighters, with the exception of rare fighters like Julio Cesar Chavez until he had like 88 fights, Floyd Mayweather until he had 50 fights. Very few fighters in the history is less than 1%. It's like 0.0003 maybe. Because I mean, if you think that you're going to be a fighter and fight the type of competition that would really solidify you as a champion, your chances of being undefeated is doggone near slim to none. But see, it's not about how many fights you lose, it's about what fights you win. Because these fights you don't lose unless you stop trying, unless you don't come back and get better from each and every fight and continue to grow. So, it's a lot of things about competition that people just tend to overlook. Like, a champion ain't a champion because he's undefeated. A champion is a champion because he overcame everything that was thrown at him, including losing, to make himself good enough to be in that position to be seen as a champion. With Deontay Wilder, I think that the next Deontay Wilder we see is going to be the Deontay Wilder that everybody in boxing is going to fear, because he's lost. He's lost his trainer. I mean, he didn't lose his trainer. He left his trainer. He went through hell, man. That's just my opinion. Everybody wrote him off. I mean, I think that this brother's going to come back and he's going to be the scariest version of a heavyweight champion that we could probably find. And that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think if his eardrum didn't get busted, I mean, at the end of the day, man, that to me made the difference in that entire fight. Like, it was all downhill from there, in my opinion.
Have
1980s when I started at 7 years old.
Wow. Now, have you seen being in the sport, like you said, for so long? We saw the situation with Floyd Mayweather and remember Marcos Maidana tried to use the gloves and there was no pattern. Because a lot of people try to tell me it's not possible to manipulate gloves. It's not possible, to get past, the commission and things of that nature with gloves. But then we see certain situations where we have the Antonio Margarito situation, right? When he had the plaster on his gloves, on his hand wraps. And we have, there's tons of situations where fighters, I always feel like this. You guys risk your life every single time you step through the ropes for our entertainment. Yes. Do you guys are paid handsomely, rewarded handsomely? Yes. But still, you putting the ultimate risk on the line, your life. Without your life, all the money in the world don't mean nothing. So, it always gets over. It always seems that people, you look, because you favor a fighter, people don't want to admit that they see what they see. Deontay Wilder has a dent, and we see Tyson Fury's gloves seem to have padding in the knuckle area, and the MX Everlast version of gloves are not even legal in the States anymore. They're not legal in the UK. Oh, yeah, and so
wow, I didn't know that.
So the version of gloves he used was Paffin Sports version of MX gloves. You being in this sport, is it possible that gloves can be manipulated?
Oh, absolutely, man. There's so many tricks that these cut men and these trainers, it ain't even a fighter, man, to be honest with you. It's the cut men and it's the trainers, because you
Mm-hmm.
learn little tricks of the trade, things that people just who are just fans, they wouldn't even consider, just little bitty things. Like I won't even talk about the things that people do. I'm just gonna say that they exist. That's for doggone sure, man. And there are so many people that are good at what they do. It's like they say, "Oh, well, we don't believe it because you got these inspectors and things at the ring." But my question is, have banks been robbed? Have museums been robbed? Has cars been broken in? With all the security that you have for everything else in the world, if that can happen, why can't happen in boxing? Why can't a people be paid under the table? It's been proven to have been done. Why can't people cheat when the a chance or a time when maybe the inspectors aren't looking? I mean, anything is possible is what I'm saying. They say to be human is to err. And so we all fall short of the glory. And some people want the glory so bad they're willing to cheat for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's just like we see. One thing is like we see performance enhancers, right?
Right.
In the sport, we just saw Jarrell Miller, but before, prior to his mega fight
Man.
with Anthony Joshua, he lost that opportunity, and then before his return, he does it again before he even steps back in the ring, and it's like
Man.
I feel like if it's not possible for people to cheat, then you wouldn't continue to try it.
Right.
If it's airtight, you wouldn't. Boxers attempt to, and trainers and everybody else attempt to cheat because it's a possibility they could get away with it.
Right. No, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I've heard so many stories. Like, I guess I was kind of naive, I can say, when I was coming up as a professional. I didn't know that many people actually took stuff to enhance their stamina or strength or whatever. Like, I didn't know they did that in boxing, because I'm a man, and it's like I want to fight somebody that feels like me. You a man, I'm a man. I think my skills is better than you. You think your skills is better than me. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Not, oh, well, I'm going to use something to help me to be better. Like, that takes away from the sport. Like, if you're better than me, then hey, you know what? You deserve it, brother. All props to you. But
Mm-hmm.
don't be better than me because you took something that made your stamina better, or made your muscles stronger. I mean, all I'm saying is, look, if we're going to race, let's run a fair race. That's all. And then maybe they should start another league for people that do want to take that stuff. You know what I mean? Let's just be transparent. If you want to take it, here's another league where everybody can take it. But if you don't want to take it, well, then here's another league where nobody, people agree not to take it. You know what I mean? Like that's what I say. Don't
Mm-hmm.
cheat. I mean,
Right.
don't cheat.
Right. It's like we saw. I heard Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. I heard him
Yeah.
talk about that in the Olympics. They have programs where they don't test, and they have programs where they do test. And it's up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He said that it's up to you to join whichever one you so choose. There's Power Man, strongest man contest that they don't do no testing, and there's ones that they do testing. So he said that he always entered the one with testing just to prove that he was all natural.
Right. Yeah, I had read, man, where Baby Miller, they had offered the program for him, but he never accepted the program, like the drug testing, after he had already gotten caught. But he, for whatever reason, I mean, that's an admission of guilt. But hey, I don't know the brother personally. I follow the brother. I think he's good for the sport. I would love to see him. I mean, I don't know, man, because at this point, I think they said he been caught like four times, three times as a boxer and one time as a martial artist. So it's like, man, you know, what is the definition of habitual? Like, at what point do you pin somebody to say they can't be trusted? Like, how many strikes do you throw in this baseball game?
Right, and that exactly, and you know what, that's what I was bringing up when I said in this situation when it came to Tyson Fury, because he tested positive twice, but and the guy that testified with him, Martin Carefoot, he came out and he said that he actually never provided him or his team with wild boar, and he wanted to go back to court, and UKAD was going to take Tyson Fury, reopen the case against Tyson Fury, and then Tyson Fury relinquishes United Kingdom boxing license. So
I didn't know he tested positive for steroids.
Yep, right after he fought Vladimir.
Oh, are you serious?
Yep.
Wow. Yep. Now, look, man, you know what? I ain't gonna go racial, but I'm gonna say if he'd have been a black fighter, oh, it'd have been all over the news, man.
And that's my point, because like I tell people, if with this checkered background, and a lot of people, you remember after the Vladimir Klitschko, he was supposed to rematch him, and then he was suspended for 2 years, right? And he said that it was due to he said it was recreational drug use outside the ring.
Right.
But then he said that the steroid, the PEDs he tested positive was due to wild boar that this farmer provided him, Martin Carefoot. Now Martin Carefoot just recently, right after the Wilder fight, came out and said that he actually never provided him, and he was willing to perjury. He said 70-something years old. He said at this point he just wanted to tell the truth. They offered him money to take to do this, to say that he provided him wild boar, but he has his receipt. He never even had wild boar on his farm. And so UKAD was going to open up another investigation, and then Tyson Fury relinquished his boxing license because it's out of their jurisdiction, so they can't investigate him.
Oh my dude, I'm sorry, I'm speechless right now. Hey, that punch came out of nowhere. I'm taking an 8 down on that one. Hey, I didn't see that punch coming, man. You can't brace for them kind of punches, man. Because all this time I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Hey, so I want to say this to you though, man. If you really want to get boxing back on the right track, now I want you to just think about this for a minute. Mm-hmm. If you really want to get boxing in the heavyweight division back on the right track, make the referees start calling these big heavyweights for holding, because little guys see the reason why guys like myself, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, all the guys that came before me, the reason why they were so much more effective than these fighters are today, and their skill set is so much more superior, is because they knew they could not hold. You could only hold 3 times before you take a point, and then after that, they disqualify you. Now, watch any fight you want, and as we talked about, turn the volume down. Watch how many times they hold. So when you got guys like the Klitschko's, when they came into boxing, the only reason why they were able to be successful, and I'm just gonna call it out what it is. Go and look at how many times they were allowed to hold. Now, I'll tell you the difference. The difference is a guy 6 foot, 6'2", 6'3", maybe 6'4", depending on how tall the guy is. He has to work hard to get in. But when he get in, that's where his payday is supposed to come. The tall fighter, his payday comes when you can keep the shorter guy at a distance. But when he gets close, then you're at a disadvantage. They have taken away the disadvantage for these tall fighters, because these tall fighters know if they get in, and now it's evolved. So now they're so used to just holding. Now these tall fighters know to lean forward and put their weight on a guy like myself. They're shorter, which means I have to use all the leg muscle in my calves and my quads and my hips and my glutes to try to keep this guy up until the ref can break us. And if you keep doing that throughout the course of a fight, especially for 12 rounds, and you're working hard to get to this dude, and when you get to him, he can grab you and lay on you, well then, man, you have to now separate the divisions of boxing. You got a super heavyweight division versus a heavyweight division, because there is no benefit for a guy 220 or 210 to hold on to a guy and lean on him versus a guy that's 6'7", 250, 260. And so if you want to make boxing fair in the heavyweight division, it's something that really, really, really has to be paid attention to, man. And people really overlook that. And I just wanted to throw that out there, because if you want to get boxing back on the page that it used to be, when fighters had skills like Michael Dokes, Riddick Bowe, I mean, even tall fighters like Lennox Lewis, but they wasn't doing all that holding. But, and if you don't believe me, go back and look. When the Klitschkos came in, their success came because they were able to keep these guys out, and when they got close, they would lay on them, throw all their weight on them. And so it, like I said, man, it put shorter fighters at such a disadvantage. That's why they was able to really rule boxing. There was never a time where they had to fight a guy without I mean, like Samuel Peters, and I mean, just so many fighters that put pressure on them. Like I say, if a guy works hard to get to you, allow him to get in that space and fight. Don't allow a guy to just cheat by holding on you, because that's one of the rules of boxing. So I just want to throw that out there, man, because that is something I truly believe would set boxing back on course, where a guy don't feel like, you know what, I can't be a boxer because I'm too short. Because there was never a time where a guy felt like, you know what, I was too short to be a boxer. It used to be you too tall to be a boxer. But then the minute they were able to start holding, now tall fighters, they can pretty much reign in boxing.
And you after you knocked out Vladimir, he started to incorporate that. Jab,
yes.
Jab.
Oh.
Then he would jab, straight right, hold. You know,
man,
lean on you.
And I cannot tell you, ask any fighter how that feels when a tall guy is just leaning on you all his weight, man. It takes so much out of your legs, man. I mean, it would be different if you got there and you were able to fight, because you're working hard already to get there. But as soon as you get there, then you got this leverage of weight laying on you. I mean, it hurts the sport of boxing. It is taking the sport of boxing in another way, but it's taking it in a way where it's really, people don't even consider it. They don't even think about how much it has changed boxing. And that's why these tall fighters are able to be successful, because they don't have to fight in close.
Exactly. Let me just shout out a couple of these super chats. We got Jerry Booker. Salute to you in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. Jupiter B, salute in the super chat. Appreciate you. So, yeah, man. You got the world record. It's still the world record, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The fastest knockout in heavyweight history, 53 seconds of the first round over Andrew Galata, United Center. I changed in Michael Jordan's locker room, so I wanted to make sure I won a dunk contest too.
Now see, and that's and this is no disrespect to no boxers, but you did that, and that's Andrew Galata. That's not just
right. Not the walk of the park.
Right. You know.
Well, you know, man, I have to tell you, man, Galata, the reason why that fight went that way is because I fought a fight that I don't think Galata was expecting, or he okay, so I'm gonna talk about me, and I don't like to talk about me because I never brag about me, man. If somebody thinks I'm good of me, that's their opinion. If they think bad, I can live with that too, because I came to boxing for me only. But the point is, with Galata, the thing that he tried to do was stand toe to toe with me. No man can stand toe to toe with me when I'm right. The only person that was able to really stand toe to toe with me was Cliff ATN, and that was my first loss because I tore my ACL, and I still fought for 10 rounds with a torn ACL and a chipped bone in my ankle, which I still got to this day. But Andrew Galata is more of a boxer. He's probably a boxer puncher, but he tried to stand toe to toe with me, and I was the fight that my game plan for that fight was I'm fighting him in his hometown. So again, like Vladimir Klitschko, I never went in there to try to win a round. I went in there to make that dude Vladimir punch himself out. With a guy like Andrew Galata, I know I punch hard enough that if I hit this dude, he's gonna go to sleep. And I was already mad because he thought he was gonna bully me before the fight. And the fact that he tried to stand toe to toe, I didn't have to look for him, and my guns was cocked. How you doing?
Yep. And those are two huge victories. Because Andrew Galata, most people thought beat Riddick Bowe both those fights.
He did. He was
qualified, and he was considered. The referee said that referee Galata's fight said that he was the most dirtiest fighter that he's ever been in the ring with. Did you receive? Because we see him get qualified in the Riddick Bowe fights. But how was it? What tactics was he trying to use against you?
Well, see, I already knew he was a dirty fighter, but then the icing on the cake was two things. Number one, come to find out that the referee of the fight was his trainer's best friend. And the word on the street in Chicago was that he is the most corrupt. They said he was the most corrupt referee in professional boxing in the United States. Well, I know I ain't going to say United States. I'm going to say in Illinois. And I had more than one person tell me that. So I tried to use my veto power because as a champ, you get to go to the commission and say, I want this person cast out of the corner or out of the, from around the ring. Well, I went to do that a couple of days before the fight. They told me they couldn't replace him. So I already knew there was some politics going on. Number one, he's Polish. Number two, we're fighting in Chicago, which has the largest Polish population outside of Poland in the world. Number three, he's white. You know what I mean? And it's like, I know Don King wanted a white heavyweight champion. I don't blame him. Business, it made a lot of sense. So wait,
champ. Your opponent's trainer and the referee are best friends.
Yes, sir.
If that don't spell corruption, I don't know what does.
And like I said, to make it worse, they said that he was the most. Now, mind you, I'm from Indianapolis, so I ain't but 2.5, 3 hours from Chicago. And then, my roommate, my brother, Montel Griffin, he from Chicago. So I got the lowdown on everybody in Chicago even before I got there. But when I got there, they didn't tell me who the referee was going to be. But when I found out, I went to the commission and told them I wanted him removed. And they going to tell me they couldn't. And I'm like, well, hold on. So I already knew it was a setup, man. I had to go in there, whatever my game plan was. I could not go in there and try to box this man or whatever. I had to go in there and go for the kill because, number one, he's fighting in his hometown. Number two, he's Polish, white. Number three, the referee was in his favor. You know what I mean? So fighting in his backyard, him being Polish, fighting in the largest Polish population, and with the referee being his friend, I had to take this dude out. And then the way everything worked, God worked it out because he made me angrier when I got there, trying to bully me, like I told you. And then as I was walking out of the tunnel, I'm looking up because I'm like, well, dag, is it water on? People spitting on me as I'm walking to the ring.
Wow.
I ain't never seen no fight in my life where anybody was spit on. They're spitting on me as I'm walking to the ring. So when I get to the ring, I'm so mad at this point, man. I don't even care about winning. I just want to street fight. I want to kill this dude. And when I went out across the ring, like if you watch the fight, when I get in the ring, I'm shaking. I can't even stop moving. And when the bell rung, I just ran out. I ran out across the ring. And if you see, I'm not using boxing technique. I'm using some street. I just wanted to murder this dude. So I'm just throwing haymakers. I ain't even throwing combinations. I'm just, every punch got death written on it. So his problem was that he tried to stand toe-to-toe with me. You can't stand toe-to-toe with a brother that's mad. That ain't gonna happen. Not with me. I can't speak for nobody else, but ain't nobody never stood toe-to-toe to me when I was angry.
Wow, that is amazing, man.
I would have the record would have been quicker, but he fell out of the ring. I had to wait till him get back in the ring. So, we might could have said 40 seconds.
Wow, man. It was all set up against you, man. It was,
man. But I knew that because I'm going to Chicago. Chicago is the most corrupt political city in the entire United States, even right now today. But also knowing that the Polish population And you know, it ain't no knock. It's just that I I knew the pressure was going to be on him. I never had a problem with fighting people necessarily in their backyard because I know if I hit them, I'm gonna knock them out. So I wasn't really tripping off of that, man. But I just knew I could not leave it to the judges. If I even slipped, they probably could have gave me an 8 count or stopped the fight, just anything. So I knew it was me against the world. But you know, anybody who know me know I'm a man of faith, and God said, if I'm with you, can't nobody be against you. And I wasn't talking to nobody but God going into that fight, walking into the ring when the bell rung and when the bell to ring was over. I just, you know, was always just like, God, I know you with me. Please be with me. Like I'm begging him.
Right, right. Now let me ask you another question, champ. Seeing as though you as a champion, how does it work with you guys and your relationship with the sanction body once you become a champion? Because from the outside, we always hear, "Oh, you got to pay your sanctioning fees," right? But what
Yeah.
what does that entail? What do you get back? What do they give back to you for being a champion? Because you win the belt, you represent the sanction body, the brand, but now you paying into the sanction body. But how does that work? What do you get back for holding the belt, or you just have the belt?
Well, I guess I can say to you, it's like I'm trying to think of how to say this. So I had the belt, but every time I fought, I had to defend. I had to pay these sanctioning dues to have the right to defend the belt. So it's like saying, well, it's an honor to walk into the ring with this because you earned it, but you have to pay money to basically these sanctioning fees, which says we acknowledge that you have this title, and I guess they have their yearly conventions, and so you show up at the convention and I don't know, just be the champ, I guess. But I guess for the most part, it's just to be able to say I have like I have the WBO, so they so for me to be champion of the WBO, I had to pay this money in order to go into the ring and be acknowledged for it. I don't know. It's one of them things that come with the territory, basically.
Because I always wonder how that works. So if you didn't pay your sanction fees, they take the belt from you?
Yeah, pretty much. They
Wow.
wanted like Floyd. So you remember when Floyd fought, he said, "I'm bigger than the belt. I'm not paying no sanctioning fees." That's why when he fought the last fight, he didn't have no belt because he's like, "Why am I giving y'all money? Y'all need me." You know what I mean? He got to
Right.
that point, which is beautiful. But
Right.
I wanted it. I wanted it because for me to say I carried the WBO, it was legacy. A lot of great fighters, every great heavyweight going back for a while had that belt. WBC, WBO, IBF, WBA. So just to be able to say, look at what I got. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. So essentially, it's a rental.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could thank you.
Right. Right. It's a
Exactly.
rental. Wow.
Yep, yep.
Now,
That's
now,
what it is.
now, what is it like to walk around and have beaten one of the greatest heavyweights in the history in Vladimir Klitschko? How does that feel? Knocking him out. How does that? What does that feel like when you wake up and man, he beat a lot of dudes, but I was one of the dudes that knocked him out.
It never, honestly, man, like it never really came across me like that because I always knew I was better than him. And the
Mm.
only reason why he even fought me in the second fight was because I was in the hospital laid up 9 months and I was down the street from his house. I'm sure they had spies on me. They called me for the rematch when I was in the parking lot with the eye patch on my eye and asked me would I fight. And I'm like, but I've been laid up for 9 months. Like when I say laid up, meaning I have not exercised. This is the first time since I was 2 years old, maybe, that I couldn't get up and walk around. Now I'm up walking around. You're asking me to fight for the heavyweight title of the world. Like that don't make sense. So I said, let me have a tune-up. They said, well, how
Mm.
much can we pay you to not have a tune-up? So I knew it was all about money. His brother Vitaly already had one title, and the fact that he had the other titles, you know, I knew that they weren't going to allow me to be able to fight for that title. If I would have taken a tune-up, I would have had to work my way up through the ranks, and I got the wrong complexion for the protection, and I ain't got that kind of money to be putting up to keep me at number one and get me at number one, and just all the games that they would play. So you know what, man, I took the fight because I knew I still had a puncher's chance, but I was just too rusty at the end of the day. And so people look at that fight and say, oh, well, Vladimir, he beat you. Well, he did knock me down. He didn't hurt me. The only reason why they stopped the fight was because I started swelling up in the same eye where I had the detached retina, and so they was afraid. But at the same time, I was so rusty I couldn't do anything. He wasn't gonna knock me out, but ain't no point in taking no beating either. You feel me? So they stopped the fight. He rightfully did so. You know, so that's just what it was. But and to answer your question earlier, the reason why I don't really think much about because I beat him is because I know and he knows if I'm right, none of them heavyweights can beat me. And he definitely couldn't beat me if I was right. And he know going into that second fight, I wasn't right. And again, you can jump on top of the ring and put your hand. You didn't do nothing but hit me with a jab and run. You didn't hit me with no right hands. You didn't knock me down. I didn't get no 8 counts. You know, it was a boring fight. I mean, but listen, man, I'm grateful that I got the chance to have a chance to make some money to take care of my family at the end of the day. I'm glad that the boxing fans supported it. But I mean, listen, man, go back and look at. I had the title for 2 years. Go and look at every interview that Vladimir did for those 2 years and find out how many times he called me out. He never ever wanted to fight me until he found out I hurt my eye. After I hurt my eye after Sergey Lykovic, now, oh, I want to fight Brewster. Well, let me have a tune-up. I ain't fought in over a year and 4 months. All of a sudden, you've been month after, I mean, every 3 or 4 months you fight. Now you gonna bring me all the way over to Germany to fight a man who's rusty as hell, who for the first time in his life since he was 2 years old, been laid up in a bed. If you feel good about the fact that you beat me, hey, more power to you. Hey, I'm glad for you. But you and me both know if I'm right, you know how that fight would have went. And that's just all it is to it, man. You know, I don't make no excuse. He beat me. But when I beat him, he got carried out on a stretcher. When he beat me, I walked out the ring.
Mm-hmm. Now, Chris Bird is your cousin.
Yeah. I just talked to him. Yep.
Now, a lot of people in the chat, they didn't know that. They weren't aware of that.
Really? Well, we always say that, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I know there got to be some sort of competitive nature there.
Man, I can't compete with that dude. You can't hit him. You can't catch him. I just ain't even gonna talk.
Yeah, he's very fast, man. Very slick. Did you guys train together a lot?
No, man, we didn't. We ran together, but shoot, man, that dude run like somebody pointing a gun at him. Like, God dang, slow down! What you running so fast for? You running to the future.
Let me ask you, man. How do you see the state of the heavyweight division in today's time? Because obviously everybody always talk about their era was the best era. What do you think about the state of the heavyweight division today?
You know, man, it's just me on the outside looking in because I'm not in the mind of these younger dudes, man. I don't know all the peer pressures of the world that they have to deal with versus the things that I had today. You know, back then it was like more, hey, hit me on my beeper. You know what I mean? Right. You know, right. The analog phone. I mean, right. today it's social media. We didn't have social media, and the thing is, man, you have to remember, today's fighters don't have the Georgie Bentons, Eddie Futches, Bill Slaytons, Angelo Dundees, all the great trainers, man. They don't have those today. Today, the fighting that we have are fighters that learn something from these great fighters, or fighters that maybe had a decent career or maybe not a decent career. So the whole mentality has changed because social how many social followers do you have? How many people you got on your Twitter and Facebook and Instagram? And that pretty much can dictate how much money you got. Not that, oh, this dude is the truth, but oh, he's a big dude and he can throw some punches and he got a whole bunch of people following him on Facebook, and so he could be world champion. Not because he ain't doing it for the money, not because he's doing it because his heart says so. Now people do it for reasons that I believe were different than the reasons why we came into the gym to be fighters, which was we wanted to do it to be able to say that we was the champ. Today it's all about how many people know you, how many people follow you, how many hits you got, how many tweets, So I just can't identify with it. And then on top of that, as I said in the beginning, all the old trainers that really taught the art and science of what fighting is, they're not here anymore. And the Bible says the blind can't lead the blind unless they both fall in the ditch.
Facts. Now let me ask you. A lot of people always say that Deontay Wilder has no skills. Do you think that he has no skills? Is he just all blunt brute power, or does he have skills? Because I say, it takes skill to knock out opponents in the manner he knocks them out, because all of them don't look the same. But what do you think about his skill set?
Man, listen, the dude went to the Olympics. Do you know how hard that is? It is so hard to go to the Olympics in the United States because every dude in your weight is gunning for your neck. For him to go to the Olympics and to even get a bronze medal, meaning he fought the top people in every single country around the world and got a bronze medal. So when people say that, man, maybe he don't fit your tradition or your understanding of boxing. But if you look at a mountain, no mountain has the same two sides. So he made his way up a side of a mountain that maybe you don't agree with, because from your understanding, from where you're standing, this is what you think a heavyweight is supposed to be. I mean, man, I don't get it, man. It's like everybody got their own styles. Some people gonna be mental, some people gonna be cool, some people be spiritual. Just the brother's there. Support this brother, man. He could be out and he could be in your house. He can have a gun up to your back. Support this brother, man. And the thing is, he is the best and the top representative for America. Don't just turn your back on the dude because it's something you don't like about his style. Get behind this brother, man, because you don't know who else he may be inspiring in his life that ain't even in boxing. It may be the next astronaut. It may be the next doctor. Help this brother, man. Quit tearing. That's the problem that we got. We always trying to tear something down instead of saying, okay, look, this is what it is. Let's make the best out of it. Let me see how I can, in a positive way, say something to help you to be a better fighter. Oh, he ain't a real champion because, look at his style, or look at how tall he is, or look how short he is. Man, look at the heart that it took for him. Look at the things he had to overcome. Look at what he didn't go do, which would have accounted for why you paying taxes. We're not paying for this brother to be in a jail cell or anything else, man. We're paying for this. We're paying for this brother to give us the entertainment that we seek every day of our lives.
Right. Now, what's your thoughts on Anthony Joshua?
I got mad respect for Anthony Joshua, man. I'm very happy to see him come back and gain his title. And the way he did it was actually showing that he could box and not trying to just use his muscles, because I started discounting him because I felt like everybody he fought, he just was trying to beat them just on his brute strength. But the fact that he came back and he fought and won, and he did it by boxing, by sticking and moving, and he did it for 12 rounds. Like, that says a lot about that guy. So I got mad respect for him, man. I got mad respect because he hasn't fell into he said she said, so I got to go prove myself. I like that the brother stands on his plateau and he's not moved by it, man, because the wind is going to blow in every direction. You just got to stand on your square. So I take my hat off to the brother, and I wish him nothing but much continued success in the future, just because I think he's a great role model for the world.
And you see, there's a lot going on today, obviously, in the world with us, and a lot of injustices. And Anthony Joshua is speaking out, and it seemed like now he's getting a lot of slack and a lot of flack for speaking up and speaking out, man. And you know, he just recently came out, I believe it was maybe about 48 hours ago, 2 days ago, and he said that he wanted all black athletes to stand up and speak out and use their platform and their voice and their image. He said our image as superstars and athletes, and you know, is very important. You know, to help fix our situation. So he said that, you know, he really wanted our dollar to circle amongst one another, and he's getting a lot of flack and a lot of slack for this. But what's your thoughts on that, man?
Well, you know, man, let's just keep it real simple, man. If you believe in God, which most fighters do, because you find God real quick when your life is on the line, then God said that if you love me, the world will hate you. And he's a God-fearing man, and he's doing what's right. You know, the reason why a leader walks out in front of everybody is because he's not afraid to do or say the things that the rest of the pack won't do or say. And Anthony Joshua is taking a stand as a man is supposed to. If you understand the Bible, then you understand the curses of our people is that we wasn't going to have leaders, we wasn't going to have role models. And so we understand that our 400-year curse is up according to the Bible. And so you're starting to see brothers like him in positions that have power, and he has people around the world following him, and he's speaking out. Now that our curse is lifted, he's speaking out as a man is supposed to, and he's saying what a man is supposed to say, and he's doing what a man is supposed to do. So at the end of the day, because he does not go along with the world isn't going to accept him because he's not of them. He's of God. He's a child of God, and that's what God said. If you love me, they will hate you. Because for him to speak out, he's speaking out for his people. He's speaking out for the world. He's speaking out for justice. He's speaking out for equality. And people don't want to hear the truth because we have been so drunk with lies.
Exactly. Now, let me ask you. Let's get back to the sport of boxing, right?
Yes, sir.
Who does Lamon Brewster, a former world champion, like to watch today? Who's Lamon Brewster's favorite boxers today's time?
My favorite boxer today, you're asking? Wow. See that it's funny, man. I'm a funny dude, man. I like to see Deontay Wilder fight because he is the first representative of the tall fighters. I mean, not discrediting Lennox, okay? Lennox was definitely a great fighter and he was a tall fighter. But this guy is 6'8" and he's laying boys out. And it's exciting to see because one thing that's unspoken in the sport of boxing is dark-skinned fighters in the sport of boxing, especially in the heavyweight, ever since Jack Johnson, has kind of been shunned. And a lot of people don't know, like I don't know if I was telling you about Joe Louis. Joe Louis had to sign a contract that if, as a black man, after 30 years, they allowed a black man to fight since Jack Johnson, that he could not talk. He couldn't do the things that Jack Johnson did because white America did not want that to take place. It looked bad. And as a matter of fact, he had to give a percentage of his purse to Braddock for the rest of his career as a fighter after he beat a white heavyweight. And so with Deontay Wilder being a dark-skinned, outspoken man, we have not really seen that since the era of a Jack Johnson, where, you know, he's not trying to dress the way and speak the King's English, so to speak. I mean, don't get me wrong, he can speak good English, but what I'm saying is that he's for his people. And our people, as I'm speaking of Negroid people, we need people to look up to. We don't have a lot of role models and people that is willing to speak out for the communities around the world. So, you know, I take my hat off to that brother, man, and I wish him much more success.
Wow, yeah, that's something I always speak about, and I think that he gets a lot of a lot of onslaught his way due to the fact that his image, and he stands on the square. You know, he speaks up, and that's why I tell people, I feel like, it's always, it was tipped in everything that's being brought out against in this fight with him and Fury. You never see any issues with Deontay Wilder outside of the ring. You never hear of him getting in trouble. Everybody claimed that they didn't like Floyd Mayweather's approach to the sport, flashing his money and showing his cars and his lifestyle. He doesn't do that. He doesn't flash his money. He doesn't show you. Everybody claimed that they didn't like Floyd Mayweather's style because it was boring. Well, he knocks everybody out, but yet he's still disliked. And it's like with the checkered background of Tyson Fury is, to me today, it's like he's quick to give him the benefit of the doubt. We see these gloves with no padding. We know he's not the biggest puncher in the world, yet Deontay Wilder suffered these injuries that align to him having little to no padding in the knuckle area. I mean, suffer a dent in the side of his face, to have all these injuries. He didn't have these injuries the first fight. The first fight, we see a flappy left glove. We know we have the situation with him outside of Deontay Wilder with the failed test. Then you have today's time a mob boss, alleged mob boss, Daniel Kinahan is supposed to be his manager. Now he's, so it's so many checkered things, the checkered background. He failed the test after Vladimir and Klitschko fight. Then he was pulled out of the Vladimir. So it's all of these things, and to me, it's like you give him the benefit of the doubt because of how he looks. And Deontay Wilder doesn't represent any of these things. He don't give you nothing to give him the benefit of to doubt him with. Yet he don't get the benefit of the doubt, And I think that's a testament. Go ahead.
No, I just, you know what? I'm gonna sum it all up, man. Don King, he actually said this, man, and I've been using it ever since because it makes so much sense. He said, "Wrong complexion for the protection, or right complexion for the protect." Was it right complexion for the protection? And in the case of Fury, I hate to say it, but facts don't lie. Statistics show. I mean, he got the right complexion for the protection. Deontay Wilder, he got the wrong complexion for the protection at the end of the day. And again, this is the pink elephant in the room that people don't want to talk about. But hey, man, I'm speaking from my square. You know what I mean? That's all. I'm speaking from my square since.
Yep. Now, do you watch?
Ain't no way around it.
Right. Facts. Now, do you watch lower weight classes like welterweights?
Yeah.
What's your the welterweight division is booming. Lost them. Smash that like button, my peoples. Smash that like button. How many likes we got, my peopleization? Smash the like button. We lost him for a second. He'll come on back in. Good fella Dream said Lamon Brewster boxer. Yeah, that's the champ. Smash that like button. There you go.
Yeah, it went out. I don't know why. You was asking me the question about the weight divisions.
Right. I was saying to you, the welterweight division, the junior middleweight division, both of those divisions, man, they smoking right now.
Smoking.
The biggest fight in that welterweight, everybody talks about Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, you already know, baby.
Yeah, how you see that fight playing out?
Man, you know what, dude? Styles make fights. And I cannot give you an honest answer because, see, everybody fights at a different rhythm. And sometimes that rhythm could be more significant or less significant. But when two fighters get in the ring, no matter what their styles are, it's the timing of their movement, that vibration and the energy that they putting out, which is really gonna predestine how that fight is going to go, because if they both physically in shape, if they both mentally strong, and somebody might be stronger spiritually, which makes the difference in a fight. Or they may be stronger spiritually, but mentally they could be weaker. You know, maybe one did something that they shouldn't have done a week out before the fight, and now they thinking about that in the fight. You know, so you just don't know, man, because you got two tremendous fighters, man. And at the end of the day, I believe that the fact that both of them will be able to step into the ring and face each other, they both done already won to me. You know, it's like you don't want either one to win, but skill wise, it's just going to be hard to say, because you know you got two different styles, and then you got one dude that can switch styles. He can go from Transformer to Decepticon at the, you know what I mean? And
Right.
you know, so it's when you got a person that can switch up styles like that, we don't know how it could affect the opponent in the long run that he's fighting. So, you know, Errol Spence, he might not be able to make that transition mentally, fighting a guy that can switch over like that, you know. But then again, with Bud, with him fighting a guy with that type of style, with that kind of weight, with that type of pressure, yeah, you just don't know how he's going to react to it. No matter who he spars with, they'll never fight exactly like the guy he's going to be fighting. So we don't know
Right.
how this fight is going to go. It's exciting. It's definitely
Right.
exciting.
Right. Now, do you think that Manny Pacquiao could compete with either one of them? Or you think that last fight with Keith Thurman was like a last gasp?
You know what, man? Number one, I'm surprised that he did that to Keith Thurman. Like, I thought that he had a chance on winning, but he used his true experience to beat Keith Thurman, and I think he beat him mentally. I don't think it was a physical thing. I just don't, man. I think it was mental. But
Mhm.
then again, I don't know. Shoot, man. I don't know what Pacquiao could bring into the ring today. You know, I don't know. It's always hard to say, man. And at his age, you don't know when Father Time says I'm home. You know what I mean? So all I
Right.
can do is look at his fight versus Thurman, but I doubt very serious that if he fought somebody else, they're going to have that same mental aptitude. Because I think that Thurman lost because of his mental his aptitude, man. It's just I think that Keith Thurman beat Keith Thurman. That's just my opinion. I mean, not to slight anything from Pacquiao. He's definitely a great fighter, all-time great, but he's not the Pacquiao he used to be. And
Right.
for Thurman in his prime to lose to a Pacquiao that's not the Pacquiao he used to be, that kind of, you know, I don't know, man. It's just me. I'm a fan of boxing. It's just
Right.
my opinion. My opinion don't mean nothing.
What about the lightweight division, man? We got Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson. I mean, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis. Shakur Stevenson is coming up. You got Ryan Garcia, Vasil Lomachenko.
Right.
Who you think
Right.
out on top?
Hey, man, you know what, man? That's a hard one. That's a real hard one. One that I would say to you that even if I had a crystal ball, I doubt what the crystal ball say. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
those guys are massively. I mean, they're so much ahead of everybody else. They're all great fighters. They're all champions in my eyes, man. But skill wise, I mean, Lomachenko, he's so good at what he do, man. He makes fighting look enjoyable. You know,
Mhm.
Lord Tank, he punches so freaking hard, man. And you know, but then the way he kind of faded in this fight, you know, but he got the job done fighting an older fight. I mean, so you know, Devin Haney, there's so much that we can really throw out there. But
Mhm.
I'd say, man, only thing that's going to really spell it out is going to be time, man. I just say
Right.
time. Devin Haney still coming to his own. You know, we don't know where Lomachenko is mentally. He's had a lot of amateur fights. That's a lot of amateur fights. He don't
Mhm.
have to have 20 and 30 fights to be a good professional. He got that experience as an amateur. but we don't know how those punches catch up to him at his age. You know what I mean? And then with Tank, we don't know what his stamina might be like in a real hard, drawn out fight. So there's so many different possibilities, man.
Right. Now switching gears back to the heavyweight division. What you think about the other guys in the heavyweight, the Dillian Whites, that Dillian White Alexander Povetkin fight? Can Andy Ruiz come back and Luis Ortiz? What you think about them?
Luis Ortiz, I think that he's seen his best days. I think after being stopped twice psychologically, I don't think he'll ever be the fighter that he used to be on top of his age. A guy like Andy Ruiz, I think he has all the potential, but I don't know if the money has corrupted his understanding of what the sport is, because he really psychologically hurt. I mean, you know what? It's not psychological. I'm just gonna say a couple of things, man. He disappointed all true fighters by going in there fighting Anthony Joshua just to get a paycheck, and then gonna turn around and say who wants to see a tree match. Like, huh? Like, dude, that hurt my heart, man. And all our ancestors that ever put on the gloves are turning over in their grave because of that bull that you did, man. That you hurt the sport of boxing. First of all, you're the first Mexican heavyweight champion in history, dude. You could have had every country that speaks Spanish around the whole world around you, man. Like you was one of the Klitschko brothers. You know, so the fact that he let down himself and he let down boxing, I've lost a lot of faith in that brother, and I say that because I want to have faith in him, man. I want to say that he was young, he made a mistake, and he'll come back. But at the same time, I'm still mad at him for that, man. A guy like Povetkin, been around since Vietnam. And if Povetkin was going to be a reigning world champion, he would have been a reigning world champion. And I can't see how this man who's tested positive for steroids twice is still being allowed to be even in the top 10 in the world, man. Like again, it comes down to right complexion for the protection, because ain't no way they would have let a black fighter test positive twice and still be speaking his name as he's got the ability to be a world champion. That's some bull. I'm just gonna call it what it is. So so then we talk about Big Baby Miller.
This fight with Povetkin and Dillian White is for the WBC Eliminator. The winner of this fight is going to be the man for the WBC.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing, man. How can we have confidence that Povetkin ain't gonna go do steroids again in his country with all the billionaires that did back him? I mean, who's to say? I mean, listen, man. The Bible says a leopard don't change his spots. So if this man had got caught twice for smaller fights or big fights, why would he not do it again? Because obviously he's too scared to be a man and fight without that crap. So I mean, I don't know, man. Look, I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm cut from if you beat me, then you deserve it. But I'm not gonna beat you and feel like I deserve it because I cheated, man. I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm sorry, and I don't have no respect for any man that does do that, because that's just me. You know what I mean? I think that fight could be a very good fight, man, between Povetkin and Dillian White. I'll actually go with Dillian White, man, just because I feel like God ain't even gonna bless a dude to do nothing, to be wicked, man. Like, dude, that's wicked. The fact that you have tested positive for steroids twice, and now here you are fighting for an elimination title. That's not right, because there's too many other people out here hungry that's trying to get it, man.
And you gotta remember, Dylan fight tested positive, but then Yukai came back and said that they made a mistake and they cleared him. His last fight his second to last fight when he fought Oscar Rivas, there was
he tested positive.
Yeah, he tested positive against Oscar Rivas. And the worst part about it is, the fight was on the 20th. He was notified, himself and Eddie Hearn were notified on the 17th. They didn't tell Oscar Rivas. He didn't find out about the failed test until after the fight. But they knew 3 days prior. Right. and then they said that it was a mistake. Then Yukai came out right before. So this took place, I believe this was March 17th. He was informed. The fight took place March 20th. He changed his right before the fight as well. Oscar Reed said that he came out with a different pair of gloves. They weren't even didn't even know that he was going to wear these gloves. Yeah, and then he tested positive. So Oscar Rivas wasn't notified. Then right before the Joshua Ruiz fight, because he fought on the undercard against Maurice Watt, but they right before that, maybe about 3 days before the Joshua Ruiz rematch, they notified the world that Yukai said, well, they made a mistake and they cleared Dillian White. But I don't see how they make such a mistake. You understand? So, and this was Yukai. And it took so long to get back his B sample. The world was waiting to see the results of the B sample, but it took all those months to get the results back.
Man, you went out. It went out the last maybe 15 seconds. Can you repeat that? The last 10, 15 seconds.
So the world was waiting for the B sample when it came to Dillian White after the fight. Okay. He went to test B sample, but it took from March up until the rematch between Joshua and Ruiz to get the results for the B sample 3 days. Yeah, it took that long. And then Yukai come out and they say, well, we cleared him.
Hey man, you know what the Wu-Tang say? Cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. Dollar bill, y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. That's why you got so many different belts out there. You got all these Mickey Mouse belts, these Island Pacific belts, these continental belts, these intercontinental belts, because it's all about money at the end of the day, man. I mean, it's like preachers. How many preachers would be preachers if they wouldn't making money?
Right.
And boxing, these promoters, how many promoters would be promoters if they wouldn't making money? How many fighters would be fighters if they wouldn't making money? You know, it comes down to money at the end of the day. And these organizations and these drug testing and all, man, it's corruption. That's just what it is.
Yep. Well, Champ, I'm gonna let you go, man, because my service is messing up, man. I don't know if it's the weather or something, because we have a tropical storm out here. Where you?
Word. I'm in Indianapolis.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in New York, and
right.
we having a tropical storm, so that's why I think I keep freezing. You keep freezing.
Yeah, hey man, well, all I want to say, brothers, thank you for allowing me on your show, man. I'm always gonna support you, man, and I love rapping with you, man. I got a good vibe what you do. So anytime, my brother, I'm here.
I appreciate you. Before I let you go, though, I want you to again repeat what you got going on and let everybody know, what's going on and where they can find, information.
Yes, sir. Okay, so what I have going on is my nonprofit organization called Brewster's Place. It's Brewsters.place. BREWSTERS.place. PLACE. And basically what it is mental health. It's mental health awareness. It's coaching. It's trying to teach people positive affirmations about life, because life is a fight. So I'm teaching life through boxing, and I'm using other world champions to help me, along with mental health associates. So this is something that is new. It's something to try to bring the world together, because at the end of the day, we got. You can throw away computers and money and everything. And only thing that's going to be really relevant and important in this world is just each other, conversations and understanding, and trying to help each other to live our best life, man. And there's so many negative people out there. And so all I'm trying to do is just bring a little positivity, man, to everybody. Get rid of this racism, because, love ain't a color. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to do my part, man, and just like I say, be a leader in my community. So when I stand before the Most High God, I can say, when I answer for my deeds, I can say what I tried to do, and hopefully He'll count me good and worthy.
Now, before I let you go, people want to know who you got in the trilogy match, Wilder or Fury?
I'm gonna go with Wilder, man, because I believe Wilder's gonna come in here like, you know what? I ain't got nothing to lose. I gotta let it all out, and this is what I gotta do. And I know I can't make no more excuses. I got people that's still depending on me, and I got people that's doubting me. So I'm gonna let it all hang out. So I think this is gonna be the best Wilder that you've ever seen. The next time he step into the ring, that's just my opinion.
I appreciate you, Chief. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you for coming
All
on.
praises, brother. Thank you. Anytime. Yes, sir.
So there we have it, my peopleizations, man. We had the champ on, Lamon Brewster, man. Right? So we had the champ on. Salute to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all all coming through, man. Let me get up off here. We have the I'm having issues. I'm freezing. He was freezing, so I wanted to continue to go, but we freezing. I was freezing. He was freezing, and I think that's due to this tropical storm. So I came from Florida, getting away from it, and came to New York, and we still got it. So, you know, I was trying to get away from it. So salute to each and every one of y'all, man. How many likes we got, man? Get the likes up. Smash that like button, man. Get the likes all the way up, man. Salute to y'all, man. And we're going to cook on some of the things he said. You know, one thing that jumped right out at me is when he said, when he had to fight against Galata, that Galata's trainer and the referee was best friends. That's a conflict of interest. How is that even possible? Just think about that. How is your opponent's trainer and the referee best friends? I mean, come on, my peoples. That spells it out for you. That spells it out for you. But salute to Lamon Brewster, man, for coming on, giving us his time, you know, and telling us what he got going on, man. And you know, I appreciate the fact that he's thinking about not just himself, but other fighters after the sport of boxing. So, you know, yeah, Jose Diaz, man, it's pretty bad out here in New York. He says the hurricane in New York. Yeah, it's pretty bad out here, man. So salute to everybody, man. I appreciate everybody coming on. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV. Y'all already know. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the little bell icon to get all the new notifications. Put the bell icon on all so we can get all the new notifications, man. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue signing off. Peace and blessing to each and every one of y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace.